The final game of the round get underway here, and wait for that green light to come on, and we are on. Hey guys, how you going? So today on Big Ass Sport, we are here for the final game of the A-League in round number 1, and we've actually had a couple of good games, a couple of sneaky little good games. The game we had early on today between the Mariners and Newcastle actually ended up being pretty good, which is at the same stadium that this game is at right now. Obviously, that Brisbane Roar vs Melbourne City game ended up being pretty decent. We saw the Perth Glory versus Adelaide game being pretty decent. A couple of games that weren't so great, but looking forward to this one. I think Macarthur versus the Wellington Phoenix might actually be quite interesting. So today, guys, obviously we are going to be streaming as Macarthur take on Wellington Phoenix in the first game of their respective seasons. This is being played at Newcastle because the state of the pitch at Campbelltown was absolutely horrific. Like, it was really bad. Like, the state of the pitch at Campbelltown was absolutely horrific. So they had to change the ground, and they had to bring it here to Newcastle. So look, it's going to be a neutral ground. I believe Macarthur will win. I think Macarthur have the better team this year. Obviously, Tommy Urich is there now. They have a pretty decent striker to help get them going, and yeah, I think they'll be able to get the job done. I think they've just got a bit of a stronger team, and look, it's going to be difficult because it is raining right now and it's poor conditions, and it's at a stadium that obviously both teams don't call home. But overall, I think the Wellington Phoenix have gone back a little bit. They've lost Ulysses Davila, who has actually gone to Macarthur, so he'll be playing for the opposition team today. And yeah, I'm not too sure how the Wellington Phoenix are going to be able to go this year, especially with still their home games being at Wollongong. They still don't get home games in New Zealand. League Zone commentary says, I hope Phoenix win. Yeah, look, I would love to see the Phoenix do all right this year, but I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs, man. I think without having any home games and whatnot in New Zealand, it's still going to be too difficult for them. So I can't really back them in here, and I just think that Macarthur this year, their team is actually pretty decent. Their team is pretty decent, and we'll see that relatively quickly here. Johan Garm says, hi mate, hello mate, how we doing? Juju's cool video says, I hope Macarthur win. I think they do. Before we do get into the game here, guys, go and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and obviously subscribe if you're new around here. Subscribe if you're new around here, because we are absolutely pumping out streams every single day. Hayes says, is this the one on 10? No, the only one on 10 play, mate, is Saturday night at 7:45. That's the only game on 10 play. Otherwise, everything is on Paramount Plus. So you can get a legal stream and whatnot on VIPbox.tv, but that's up to you, man. But I'm watching this one on Paramount Plus, and I'm pretty keen for it. I think it's going to be a decent game. Honestly, I think the Macarthur are going to be a bit of an underrated team this year. I think that Wellington Phoenix will obviously still have their support as per usual, but I still think that Macarthur are going to probably. I personally have them potentially finishing in top 3 if they play like the way that I believe they can. Luca Jones says, how much do you actually think fans have an impact on the game? A lot of impact on the game. Fans have an impact on the game because if there's no fans, that usually means that there's not any kind of atmosphere there, and the players want atmosphere. The players want to feel it's look. If you want to think about the technicality of it, the ego is a massive part about sport, right? The ego of players is a massive part about sport. So overall, man, like, players want to look good in front of the most people they can look good in front of, right? So if there's no fans there's no one to look good in front of. So that's kind of the essence of it all. Jay Hayes says, I'm still half cut from this morning. Please no muppets in the stream today. Oh, there will be. Don't you worry. We had one a spammer with about 100 different accounts in the last stream. So don't you worry, son. Don't you worry. A-League streams start off slow and they pick up pretty quickly. So don't you worry. Get ready, mate. Get ready. Hayes Spencer says, I'll just listen to you then. Good stuff, man. The game will start in about 7 minutes' time here, just waiting for them to put the game here on Paramount Plus. It seems like they play the games like literally 5 minutes before time. They don't give you kind of any real warm-up or anything like that. They just go bang straight in. Ready to go. But yeah, like I said, it is raining. It is wet conditions, and I think that probably suits Macarthur more so. Jay Hayes says, holy wow, okay, best I pour a drink then. Oh, that's a little bit too bright. Maybe put that one down. Yeah, no, that's all right, man. Like, obviously with the A-League, it's usually people wanting to actually generally talk sport, or there's other people who obviously want to talk about gambling and whatnot. A lot of Asian gamblers come into A-League streams. Haven't had a lot of them this year so far, but then again, I guess that's because we've got subscribers only chat on. League Zone commentary says, yes, I was in a Utah Jazz commentary stream and there was about 100 people spamming. Oh, yeah, but it is what it is, man. As a sports table, my day was laughing at Man United top of the league. Man United aren't top of the league. What are you talking about? But in this league, Melbourne City right now, Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory, and the Central Coast Mariners are all tied up the top of the league. The Central Coast Mariners were very lucky to get that win before. Sebastian Grumman says, really love the intensity of the previous game, hoping for a good one here as well. I think it was the intensity of the last 15 minutes, though, specifically. Obviously, I don't think the early part of the game was very great. The first half was pretty dire, but the second half intensity was pretty fun to watch, especially that last 15 minutes. That last 15 minutes was hectic. Obviously, we saw the Jets just fighting tooth and nail to get that goal to finish it off and get a draw, but they couldn't do it, and the Central Coast Mariners held on there for a 2-1 win. I think both those teams are going to be pretty average, but I saw a lot from that last Jets 15-minute spurt that if they can play like that for a full game, they could be a legit team, because that was actually quite scary the way they were attacking in that last 15 minutes, but they just couldn't get that final touch. They hit the post a couple of times. They had really a lot of opportunities, actually. A lot of opportunities in the middle of the box, but unfortunately the keeper would come out and grab it. The Jets weren't actually too bad in that last 20 minutes, but it's just unfortunate that they weren't good for the other 70 minutes in that game, which obviously preceded them going down 2-0. But I tell you what, Farrell was very good there for the Mariners. He's a debutant and he came in very nicely. Hey, Johan, my guy, talk about rugby union on the rugby union streams, dude. We'll be speaking about rugby union tonight when we do Ireland versus Argentina. I'm not here to be talking rugby, especially after this morning. We'll talk about it later on tonight. But yeah, in regards to that question before, I definitely think that fans have an incredible impact on the game that people don't really understand the ego factor. They don't really truly see it for the fact that players want to look good in front of everyone, right? So if there's no fans, then there's no one to look good in front of, and that's just how it is. So 5 minutes to go until the game goes underway, guys. What are we on likes wise right now? We are on 11 likes. Let's get up to 15 likes. Let's smack up to 15 likes here. And let's get it going. I'm excited about the A-League this season. Obviously, we've had a decent bit of support here early days. Okay, now we're about to get started here. We've had a decent bit of support early days here, and like I said, there's been a couple of good games. It's not like we've had just a terrible weekend. That Sydney FC vs Wanderers game was terrible, and we saw to be fair, the victory versus West United game was not great, but outside of that, literally every other game has been pretty top quality in regards to a lot of aspects. Not like quality in regards to the playing skills. There is still a lot of lackluster playing, but overall, we're still seeing some goals go in the back of the net. We haven't seen just a bunch of nil-nils. We saw a 0-0 in the City game. We saw a 1-0 in the victory game. Besides that, we saw a 2-1 Brisbane Roar Melbourne City game. Wow, no one stayed here for this Macarthur game. Like, literally no one has stayed here. Literally everyone's gone here. League's no comment says Wellington's captain Stephen Taylor retired, I think. Yep. Wellington have lost a lot of players here, but alrighty. So the game's about to get underway here. Literally no one has travelled for this game. But then again, it is raining, like I said. I don't think many people would have travelled anyway, because it's a long way to go for Macarthur fans from southwest Sydney to this game. It was originally meant to beat Macarthur, like I said, but obviously, the pitch was just disgusting, so they've had to move it here. Sebastian Gummer says, heard Ulysses De Villa is one to watch in this game. Yeah, De Villa is he was the best player for the Phoenix last year, and he's an incredible little player there, man. But now he is at Macarthur, so he's playing against his former team right now. It's going to be interesting to see how he goes, because he was one of the best players in the A-League, and is one of the best players in the A-League to be completely honest. League's own commentary says, to be honest, I would not stay for this game. Yeah, it's very windy too. Jeez, it'd be cold, rainy. It looks like it sucks. But De Villa, looking at De Villa in that Macarthur shirt is really odd, to be honest with you. It looks really strange considering that I'm so used to him wearing that Wellington shirt. But alrighty, we're about to get underway here. Let me know your score predictions in the chat, guys. Give me your score prediction. I actually think this could be another 2-1 here. I think this could be another 2-1 here. I'm going to go with Macarthur. I reckon it could still be a couple of goals here in this game, despite the fact that it is raining and cold and wet. But I wouldn't be surprised with a 2-1 here to Macarthur. I think they'll be able to get the job done here. I think it's pouring down more so than the other game too. I think if it wasn't raining, a lot more people would have stayed around for the end of this game, for this game too, because this is the end of the back-to-back. But are we doing a minute silence here? What are we doing a minute silence for? Who's the minute silence for right now? I'm not too sure. Why have we got a minute silence? I'm really not too sure. League Zone, unless I was a fan of one of these terms, I wouldn't be. And obviously, there's not going to be a lot of Macarthur fans up there, let alone down in Macarthur, and then Wellington Phoenix. They have to play the Wollongong anyway. Christian says Macarthur 3-1 seem to have too much class on paper. Yeah, there's a lot of class on paper. We're going to read through their team list now. Philip Curto as the keeper with Alexander Jovanovic, Sujna Uskak, Meredith, Daniel Da Silva, Jordan Much, Ulis Davia, who's actually the captain, mind you, Charles Momboa, Craig Noon, and Lachlan Rose, Craig Noon from Melbourne City, and Ante Milicic as their coach. For Wellington Phoenix, Oliver Sale, Callan Elliott, Tim Payne, Joshua Laws, James McGarry, David Ball, Alex Ruffer, Clayton Lewis, their captain, Reno Pescopo, Ben Wayne, Gary Hooper. Has stayed Gary Hooper, with Ufuk Talay as their coach, and they're playing a 4-4-2 today. Soteria, Old, Brousseau, Pennington, Mog, Bonazanovsky, and that is their bench. Byron Davidson says 2-0 Macarthur. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I just think, like Christian said, I think that Macarthur have too quality of a team on paper. But it just comes down to if they can have their pacey style. But then again, Tommy Urich not playing here today. Tommy Urich not playing. League Zone comment says Tim Payne's probably Wellington's best player now that Davia is gone. I would say that it would be. I don't know. I'd say you'd have to be looking at someone like a Gary Hooper, or you'd have to be looking at someone like a Reno Pescopo. Pescopo's a pretty good player, man. Sebastian Grummer says, so Macarthur are playoff contenders, Wellington less likely. Wellington shouldn't be making it. Macarthur should be making it. They've got a really pretty solid team on paper. But like I tell you guys through every A-League stream, the A-League is so messed up that you can be very good for first half of the season and then completely collapse second half of the season, or you can be incredible first half of the season, like the Mariners were last year, and then completely collapse. It's a really crazy league. So I don't like betting on this league. It's a stupid league to bet on. Because it can really easily be a 0-0 and can really easily be 8 goals in the game. I'm shitting you not. It can very easily stay at a 0-0, but it can also very easily be a 10-goal game. So it's the toughest league that I know to bet on that is probably more legit. Obviously, a lot of the African and South American and whatnot leagues are actually legitimately rigged. So this is one of the more tougher leagues to bet on based on the fact that it's more than likely not as rigged. Ante Milicic comes as the coach here for Macarthur. He should be able to get the job done here with this team. Christian says, Macarthur is a smoky for the premiership this year for me, as long as they get Gel being a fairly new team. I agree. Although Victory being a smoky wouldn't be out of the question either. I disagree. I don't really think Victory have it in them this year. Yeah, look, they won 1-0 against West United, cool story, but that was West United. West United I don't really believe in too greatly right now. But it'd be good to see if Victory can keep it up and put something together, but overall I can't see them really challenging a great deal. I think the Smokies right now would be definitely, Macarthur. I actually genuinely believe Adelaide can get something going here because they've taken away their Tommy Urich approach. Now, the game has started, guys, and Macarthur will start with the ball. Macarthur, black and white for anyone wondering, and also Wellington, yellow and black for anyone wondering. But I actually like Adelaide, man. Perth Glory, obviously, a decent little team. And I think if Brisbane Roar can play like they did in that second half against Melbourne City, the current champions and the favourites for this year, I'm telling you right now, Brisbane Roar can be up there as well. So it's going to be a really interesting year because you don't know who's going to win. If you think Melbourne City cool, I agree. But it's a very tough year to predict in regards to especially the playoffs and teams who can compete against Melbourne City. Christian says, why didn't Sporanovic play round 1? Not sure. League Zone commentary says, a cold, wet Sunday is no fun. It depends, man. It depends. Obviously, when we're sitting here in the warmth in our own home and streaming and talking in the chat and having a bit of fun, then it's different. But if you're at the game, it'd be shithouse. If you're at the game, it'd be shithouse because neither of these teams are from here. Christian says, a lot of ins for Victory this season, a lot of decent ins, plus Popovic seems to always do well in the A-League. Yeah, I just don't back him in as much as other people do. But Macarthur here, right-hand side, they struggled to put away a pretty weak West United team, and Wellington will clear that one away. Byron Davidson says, Brisbane Roar finished 5th or 4th this season. I agree. I've got them probably, if they play like the second half, they play like the first half, they won't make finals. I originally pre-season had them probably finishing around 8th. But if they play like they did against Melbourne City, I honestly could see them 4th or 5th. I can't see them any higher, though. Seymour wants a 2-2 draw in this game. That's a high-scoring game. I've gone 2-1, and I think that's quite high-scoring to Macarthur. But 2-2, I think if it was a dry track, we probably could be looking at a 2-2. Ooh, Macarthur here on the left-hand side. Oh, that was a nice little ball in. But that will be over a goal kick. Meredith there, unfortunately, just a little bit too hard. A little bit too hard there. Look at that. Meredith, he was in England for a little bit, wasn't he? But he just whips that one across, which is a little bit too hard there. If he gets that across, I tell you what, that was actually a good opportunity. That was a really good opportunity there, big boy. So goal kick here for the Wellington. Lake Show says, how you doing, bro? Yeah, going all right, mate. Pretty tired, obviously. Pretty tired. But, getting ready for the Ireland-Argentina game tonight. All bad parts of Macarthur. But I had a couple hours sleep. Got on for the stream before between Mariners and Jets. On for this stream now. Have a bit of a sleep, and then I'll get up for the Argentina game. I probably won't do the NFL in the morning. I might do an NBA game, and then I'll do the Bulls game at 1 p.m. Jay Hayes says, me either. Yeah, look, I don't have school tomorrow either, which is good. I've got to ask my mum, though. I've got to ask my mum if I can have the day off. Charles Painting says, who are the favourites? I would say the favourites for this game would be Macarthur, absolutely. Macarthur should be the favourites here. I don't know the actual odds, but I would assume that Macarthur are the favourites here. Wellington, ooh, unfortunately, that's blocked off his own player there. Otherwise, that was actually a good shot there by Wellington, outside the box. Tarek says it's frozen. Oh, guys, give me 2 seconds here, guys. I'm going to have to refresh it. Sorry, guys. I know you can hear me. Give me 2 seconds. Don't leave. I'll be 2 seconds. I don't know why it's doing this again. Coming back. Sorry, guys. That happens from time to time. Don't know, understand why it happens because my computer's fine, but it happens from time to time. It's only really when the A-League's on. I don't get it when the Rugby's on. It's only when the A-League. I don't know if it's Paramount Plus that screws my computer. Honestly, I don't know if it's Paramount Plus that screws my computer because the Rugby, we had no problems last night. Rugby League, we have no problems. In every other sport, NBA, we have no problems. But with A-League, it's always a problem. I don't understand what it is. So 5 minutes gone here, guys. And Wellington with the ball just outside the edge of the box here. I think it actually could genuinely be something to do with Paramount Plus for me. Oh, Macarthur still the ball. They're away here. It was nice from Devere. Devere left-hand side here. Meredith has got some space here. De Silva now. De Silva gets to Meredith. Meredith to Daniel De Silva. De Silva, look at him go. He's flying right now. Looking for something. Whips it back. Oh, good play here. Good play by De Silva. Back here at the edge of the box. Could have a crack here. No, blocked away. Blocked away. Marcus Newman says, I think this game will be a draw. I don't know. I think Macarthur will be a much better team, man. I don't rate Wellington this year. I don't think they have the players. They've lost a lot of players and whatnot. So Macarthur here, corner. I would say that's a corner there. So Macarthur for the corner. Early corner here in this game. The first corner in the first 5.5 minutes of the game. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm taking a 2-1 here, and I wouldn't be surprised with a 2-0 to the home team. Well, technically the home team, Macarthur. I just think that they've got too much quality overall, man. Like they've got too much quality up front. Who's on their bench? Is Tommy Urich on their bench to come on? Because that's an incredible super sub if you do. So Craig Noon here, the ex-Melbourne City man, he'll come on and he'll whip this corner across on the left-hand side. I'll be cleared away there. Interesting to see how Melbourne, obviously Craig Noon goes here at a new club when he was at Melbourne City beforehand. Byron Davidson says Wellington probably come last this season. Nah, I disagree. I think it's maybe. I still think Wellington have enough class to not finish last. I still think the Mariners will probably be there, man. I'm not going to look at that one result there against the Jets as really anything. I still think it's probably going to be someone like the Mariners. Luca Jones says there's no one there. It's because this isn't in Macarthur or this is in Newcastle. This is a 2.5 hour drive or 3 hour drive from Sydney, where they are, where Macarthur is, and Wellington are from New Zealand. So, like, there's no home fans there. Of course, there's no one there. It's also raining. So, why would people travel all the way up there for a game in the rain as well? You know what I'm saying? Alex says, I think Western United will get last. What, based off one game? I think they'll be bottom 4, but I don't know if they'll get last. But they're not great. But, like, you can't base it off one game. I'm basing Mariners on their team list. I'm not basing it on their last game. I know they won against the Jets, but they're still not going to win many games this year. All right, so here they come. Wellington Phoenix here, going to push forward. They got some space here. Marcus Nimitz says, what do you think of Macarthur's ground? Well, shithouse. What do you mean? What do I think? There's a reason why they're not playing there. That should have been a goal. Oh, my God, there's some save there by Philip Curto. Oh, my goodness me. That was an incredible save there by the keeper. That was an incredible save there by the keeper for Macarthur. Holy shit, that should have been 1-0 Wellington. That was an incredible save there. Jay Hayes says, hit that like button, subscribe so you can talk and chat, and also click on the bell. Make sure your chat is set to live. Exactly right. But look at this. This is an incredible ball on the left-hand side. Whips it across and tries to put it in. Can't do it, though. Just nice save there by the Macarthur keeper. So left-hand side here, and they're going to move and groove Macarthur. Nice little ball play there. Michael Joshua Lewis says, hello, Michael Joshua Lewis. Sebastian Graham says, oh, wow, when you're made captain on your debut for a team, you're on something. Yeah, Davila's a very quality player. I'm surprised that Davila got captain. Obviously, there is a few players there that still have transitioned from last year to this year. Obviously, Devere is just obviously really respected in this team, and he's a quality player, like I said. So, he's just got that respect, and I guess that's why they've locked down on him and said, you know what, you're the guy. You are the guy, son. All right, so Macarthur here will grab this ball around the halfway point. Dr. Dingus says no atmosphere. Well, of course there's no atmosphere, man. Like I said, this is not anyone's home game. It's a neutral. It's a neutral ground. Both these teams live hours away from this stadium, and it's also raining. Like, you can't expect there to be an atmosphere. This is kind of like what we saw when COVID was on. This is the kind of games we saw when COVID was on. Can't blame them though. Absolutely not. Absolutely. You can definitely blame the Campbelltown Stadium keepers, basically grass keepers. League's zone commentary says Wellington fans going to miss Villa this year. Absolutely, he was incredible for him. Left hand side here. Oh, it could be a corner. No, good work by Wellington to stop that one for a throw in. Good work. So 10 minutes gone here, guys. We're on 17 likes right now. Let's go and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Bingo. And obviously subscribe if you're around here. We stream every single A-League game here, or as much as we possibly can. Back on the inside here, and Macarthur looking for something. No, Wellington will clear that one away here. And Macarthur are going to trip that one out. Left-hand side. Here they go. Oh, back onto the inside. Here they go. Macarthur in the box. Back in. Oh, it's De Silva. De Silva's actually having a very heavy influence so far. Oh, God, that was so close there. Lockie Rose tried to get a head on that. That's a free kick. That's nearly a yellow card, too. That's a free kick, definitely. Dingo says, I think Phoenix can win. I just have a feeling they're going to do quite well this year. Why, though? They don't have a great team. They lost their best player, and they don't have any replacements. I know they've got Piscopo. I know they've got Gary Hooper. I know they've got Tim Payne. I know they've got McGarry. They've got an okay team, but like compared to a lot of other teams, I just don't see it. I think they could probably finish around 8th, 9th. Sean Wilson says, hoping Wellington can get back to New Zealand and play some home games. If they can play home games, Sean, I genuinely believe they'll push for a playoff spot. So over the top here from De Silva and straight to the keeper. League's no commentary says Sale is a good goalkeeper for Wellington. Yeah, Sale is a pretty good goalkeeper. I didn't really take much notice of him until last year when he had that one game, I think it was against Adelaide maybe, and he just saved like everything. It was ridiculous. Jet Talent says, have I missed anything? Not really, man. You've missed a really quality shot. You've missed a really, really quality shot for Wellington, which was saved by the keeper. But besides that, not really, man. Marcus Thuman says, I think Wellington deserve credit for how they've kept the A-League on. Well, no. And I just want to throw this out there. The Warriors are not the same. I respect them for staying in the league, but this is not keeping the A-League on. The A-League would go ahead without them if they had to, right? It is respectful to obviously absolutely care for the Phoenix and thank them for still joining the league. But it doesn't keep the A-League on, just like it didn't keep the NRL on. The NRL still would have gone ahead if the Warriors had withdrawn for a season. That means they would just come back instead. A lot of people misunderstand this thought process and think that they saved the A-League and they saved Rugby League. It's not the case, unfortunately. But in the same sense, they are going through an incredibly tough time right now. They're putting a lot of effort into being able to, stay in Australia and keep their team afloat. That's the only way they earn money, mate. They're benefiting from this too. Yes, it's tough, but they also need to benefit from getting, their players' wages and also their staff and all that. It's not like that, but you do have to give credit to the New Zealand teams for sacrificing their home games to still be in the competition. Leagues and coaches says, I would love to see Wellington do well. Absolutely, everyone would love to see Wellington do well, mate. Everyone would love to see Wellington do well. All right, so here we go. Wellington goes straight to the guts. At least Wellington get a bit of time in New Zealand last year. They did, yeah. And Warriors are meant to get some time at Mount Smart the second half of next year too. I think that Wellington are meant to go back at some stage. I don't know. All right, so right-hand side here they come. Here comes Macarthur. Jay Hayes says, Bill, would you rather be timed out or hidden? Porque no las dos. All right, so Macarthur here with the ball. They could have a shot here. Right-hand side. Here they come. They got an opportunity here. 13 minutes in, steps out. They're gonna whip that one across. Oh, they've actually been. Both teams are attacking here. This could actually, if we can get some clinical finishing, tell you what, that could actually be some goals here compared to what I thought there would be. Macarthur here, passing wise, is actually pretty solid so far. That's another stupid question. Jay Hayes, he's slamming him today, son. He's slamming it. He's not having any of it. He's not having any of it, son. Alrighty. He's not having any of it early days. 30 minutes 40 gone here. I think Jay Hayes is over all the rugby trolling last night. You know, it was funny when that Ryan Sims dude kept coming in saying, "Oh, unlucky loss here for Australia," or no, what was it? How do you compare this to losing to New Zealand? It's like, eat a dick, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was I was so annoyed. I just hit him. I was just like, screw you, dude. Like, it has nothing to do with the game. You're just trying to make me feel worse. So I just hit him. You know, what a loser. Brian Davidson says, D'Agostino, 3 teams in 3 seasons, Brisbane Roar, Adelaide victory. Didn't he go to Perth? D'Agostino was at Perth. He was at Perth at one stage. Sean Wilson says, from what we are hearing in New Zealand, the Knicks are meant to have some games back here in late January. That's awesome, man. Because I don't know. I don't listen to the politics and all that shit, man. I just, if I can travel somewhere, I travel there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a shit about the politics of it all. Western Australia is going to lockdown. I don't give a shit. You know, not my problem. I don't care. I've been locked down in Sydney for like 6 months. You know, we've only just come out of it recently. So, you know, you just live your life at this point. But overall, man, I think that New Zealand are in lockdown right now. Is that why they can't play there? Because I think they were meant to start playing home games there this year. Marcus says, I think Adelaide could have been 3 or 4 goals up against Perth. I think Perth, unfortunately, didn't have that attacking prowess yesterday. But in the same sense, I thought Adelaide were very impressive for me. I thought I thought Adelaide were very impressive for me, yeah. Bill says, I want Knicks to win for their own sake. I feel bad for them. I agree. You know, they're in a tough situation. It's like the Warriors, man. It's like, you know, it's like New Zealand teams. The weird thing is that, like, obviously, as Australians, you know, you do feel bad, but then when they win, they'll never let you forget it. So it is a tough situation. It's like you want them to do well, but not too well. You know, well, but not too well. You know, keep their fans happy, but also we deal enough with the Bledisloe Cup. Like, please, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, good play here by Macarthur at the edge of the box here. But I do like Wellington. I have no problem with Wellington. But there is still that New Zealand versus Australia rivalry that, like, it'd be the end of the world if a New Zealand team actually did win. And cleared away. Hamish Spencer says the team on ref better get the sack. Absolutely. Yeah, he was at Perth last year. Yeah, I don't think he was ever at Adelaide, D'Agostino, was he? Or unless he's there now. Where is he now? I don't know why he's such a journeyman. I don't mind D'Agostino. At Brisbane Roar, he never really did anything. Brisbane Roar, he was never really anything. But, yeah, went to Perth. I thought he was going to be good, but then obviously Perth collapsed last year. Like, Perth collapse last year was incredible. That was an incredible collapse last year by Perth. You know, at the beginning of the year, everyone was like, oh, this team might actually genuinely win. But their defense was so horrific that they just couldn't get their attack going every single game. And then at some point, they just gave up on their attack because they just kept getting bloody goals conceded. It was just done for. It was really strange last year. Then they started getting injuries in the attack too, and that was when it was officially gone. Little Piglet says, what is your opinion on the Macarthur Bells? I believe when you're at the game, it's much better. Well, I'm not saying I believe. I think when you're at the game, it's much better. When you're listening on the here, it's stupid. You know, I think when you're at the game, it's a free kick here to Wellington, by the way. When you're at the game, it actually does bring atmosphere. But when you're listening on the TV and whatnot, it's stupid. But yeah, it all comes down to what's like at the game. So, Byron Davis says he's a journeyman because he never gets playing time. League Zone commentary says I wouldn't really care if Wellington won. Yeah, but you say that until the Kiwis remind you of it every single day. You know what I'm saying? You say that for now. It's like okay, I'll put this into example for you, right? So a lot of All Blacks fans, they say all the time, oh, I would like Australia to be competitive again so it makes it more fun to watch. And it's like, they say that until Australia wins the Bledisloe Cup, and then they'll regret that moment for the rest of their life. You know, it just kind of is how a sport is, man. You want a team to do well enough that the fans are happy, but still not beat your team. Iverson says, Wellington Phoenix from Brazil. Get around Brazil. Toilet Smithy says, All Blacks most overrated team across all sports. We'll talk about that one tonight, Toilet Smithy. Don't you worry. than you are on the Ireland vs Argentina stream. Sebastian Graham says, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord and all things sport discussion. Exactly right. The comment that Sebastian Graham has just posted, we speak A-League, football, rugby league, rugby union, literally every sport, NBA, NFL, on the Discord every day in different sections. So go and join the Discord where he just posted. But Daniel De Silva here, he's at the edge of the box. He was across. No, goal kick. Goal kick. Goal kick. Talks mini. I read it. I've read it. League Zone commentary says I don't like All Blacks fans. They're very arrogant. It depends how you come across, my guy. It depends how you come across, especially in rugby. A lot of them are respectful, and a lot of them not so much. But in the same sense, it just depends on. It's like Wallabies fans, man. It's like Socceroos fans. You know, Australian cricket is hated amongst the world, but we don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't see that. We think that we're just being normal. But Australian cricket, when it comes to 5 days, Sebastian. The bloody bastard Sebastian Grummer in the chat. Bloody getting around the palms for the Ashes. How dare that, man? How dare that, man? Gee whiz. Fuming. How dare that, man? That's disgraceful. Just disgraceful. Towards me says, Palm Saffers can debate about the most arrogant. Oh no, I know my real answer for that one. So 19 minutes going here. Wellington's going to throw this one in here. Not all of us are mostly the bandwagon fans. Yeah, every country has it. Every sport has it. Oh, Macarthur, good play. Oh, I tell you what. Lucky Rose, unfortunately, couldn't get that. Jeez, don't, mate. Bongdo said, this is the last game from round 1. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is the last game of round 1. It's been a pretty decent round so far. I haven't really complained too much. I think it's been pretty alright. Been a bit of a decent round besides that 7:45 PM kickoff last night for both teams. Both games, sorry. Oh, Wellington cleared that one. No, it's going to be a goal kick. Oh, goal kick, no. Towards me says, bandwagon All Black fans are playing out arrogant along with the Cape Crusaders. Gee whiz, All Blacks fans on a New Zealand stream aren't getting a great deal of love right now. Not really getting a great deal of love. I know they lost to France, which is a big yikes, but in the same sense. So right inside for Macarthur. Macarthur here. There's a good chance. Good chance. Whip it in. Oh, he cleared it back straight to the Wellington player. That should have been a goal. Should have been a goal. Like, I know Australia were the only team to win last night out of the 3 Southern Hemisphere teams, but still. Crazy New Zealand says, oh, don't get me started with the... oh, gee whiz. Marcus says, Sydney FC had some players out last night. I thought a draw was a decent result. I think it was a pretty poor game, though. Like, I think that Sydney FC were the favourites. I think that Sydney FC won't be as good as they have been previously. I still think they've got a good team. They'll still be finals. But, like, I don't see anyone really competing on a long-term scale with Melbourne City. It's very much like Man City in the Premier League, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just have too much quality there. They have the ability to, once you buy, you know, you can buy him. Okay, we'll buy better. And it comes down to good management. People don't understand that having money doesn't guarantee you success. There are so many football teams that have done this and failed dramatically. I'm interested to see if Newcastle can do it. You need the right people there. You know, the people involved with Man City built that club, right? It wasn't the money. The money was a way for them to build the club, right? But they can easily go out and buy, you know, Daniel Sturridge for £45 million, and he's not going to work out there. Or who's one there? They can go out and buy, what was his name? Alexis Sanchez for, what was it, £56 million at United, and he went, you know, that's the point. Like, it doesn't matter. Gareth Bale's money at Tottenham just went down the shitter. Like, they spent $100 million on absolutely nobody. Paulinho. Like, get out my face, Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? Like, they spent £100 million, £100 million pounds, sorry. Waste it. It comes down to the money. And Melbourne City are a team that know how to spend their money right now. They know who to get. And that's because they've got the influence of Man City, who knew how to set the structure. But Macarthur here, that's going to be a goal kick. That's going to be a goal kick. New Zealand Sports says the All Blacks need a new coach. If you don't know the current coach, I'm pretty sure was an assistant coach for around 20 years, and he's just, yeah. I know, no one likes Foster. We'll talk about rugby tonight. We'll talk about rugby tonight on the rugby stream. Sebastian Grummer says, oh, to be fair, it's still New Zealand, and I know a lot of New Zealanders like their All Blacks, but overall, this is still an A-League stream, so we should kind of keep it football-related. Towards me says, any team that can play physical, yep. Jay Hayes says 56 mil is a lot of money. 56, yeah, but that's pretty normal. That's not even the biggest kind of signings. Tottenham refused a £150 million bid for Harry Kane because they wanted 200 million. Now they're lucky to get 100 mil. Oh, Wellington here. Wellington should have a goal. Have a chance. Oh, free kick. That's a free kick. That's a free kick. Could be a penalty. No, I think it's outside. Oh, that's literally on the edge of the area there. That's literally this far away from a penalty. Oh my God. I actually thought that was a penalty. I think that first touch there was actually inside the box. You're a good Bill. Thanks for tuning in. James, is that for 5 or 10 year contract? No. That's what you pay the club. That's not what you're paying the player. That's a penalty. This is going to be a VAR. This is going to be a penalty here, Wellington. This is going to be a penalty here for Wellington. This is going to be a penalty here for Wellington. The VAR will get involved here. This will be a penalty here for Wellington. This is a stone cold penalty here. Yep, the VAR will get involved here. This will be a penalty to Wellington here. So they're still talking here. They're going to be giving this one as a penalty here to the Wellington Phoenix. I guarantee it. He is inside the box there. Yeah, he's inside the box there. And yeah, absolutely. Yep, penalty. So Wellington Phoenix here will be going to the spot here. 1v1. Here we go. Here we go. So it's going to be penalty here for the lads. I think that because I'm a minute behind here, guys, I'm going to not read the chat because I know that you guys probably already know what the result is of this penalty. So I'm not going to read the chat for about 30 more seconds here until this penalty is scored. But 25 minutes in here, let's see if Wellington can put this one away. I think they've been pretty good to start off with, I'm not going to lie. And they will go bang. Yeah, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Gary Hooper puts it away. We all knew Gary Hooper was going to put that one away. And after a spell in India, Gary Hooper has come back and he's gone bing, 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 bing. There we go. There we go. Nah, I know as someone said don't spoil, so whenever there's a penalty, I can easily turn it off and not read it and whatnot. But I also guarantee this would have been updated before because I'm like a minute behind. I don't understand why it's always a minute behind, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Towards me, it says, basically, Koroko, just wait until I react to it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people obviously waiting for my reaction. But then again, I also know that this would have updated beforehand. So I don't know what to do about it because I don't know why I'm so behind. Especially when I'm watching it live on Paramount Plus. Towards me, it says, felt like I was watching the Warriors this morning. Yeah. Hayesman says, Flash score spoiled it. Yeah, probably. Tell Flash score to stop it. At least it's working today. The Gunner says, why are they playing this in Newcastle? Go and have a look at the Campbelltown Stadium. Actually, the Gunner, you should be on the Discord. You should see the pictures of Campbelltown Stadium. If you're on the BK Sport Discord, you should be able to see why they're not playing this at Campbelltown Stadium. Sebastian Grammer says, deserved score so far. Phoenix have been dominant with the attacking phase in the first 20. Yeah, I agree. I think that Wellington have actually been pretty good here, surprisingly good compared to what I guess a lot of people were imagining from this year, including myself, obviously. New Zealand sports, I'm a Macarthur fan, but when Wellington Phoenix are the only New Zealand team, you kind of can't complain when they beat them. Yeah, of course. It's a bit of a soft spot team for you. It's like I'm a Brisbane Roar fan, right? But I've been a Manchester City fan since 2004, right? So if Melbourne City kind of win, I'm like, it's I still don't want them to win. I still want Brisbane Roar to win, but I can also kind of be like, okay, well, at least it's alongside the City Football Group. Marcus Thurman says Wellington in New Zealand. Rooney, someone asked for where Wellington is. Oh, towards me, Wellington Phoenix. What are you talking about? Wellington, mate, New Zealand, mate. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, mate? You're Kiwi. How do you not know Wellington Phoenix? Jonathan says Gold Coast United deserves a place in the A-League. I'd love to see it, but in the same sense, I think there's more pressing issues in Canberra, and I would like Canberra and Gold Coast next, but I think it'll be Canberra and Tasmania. So Wellington here with the ball around the halfway point. Yeah, Toilet Smoothie, Wellington are the New Zealand-based team. Just don't be a Muppet or everyone will laugh at you. Yeah, if you're a Muppet, you get absolutely slaughtered on that Discord, so do know that. Wellington here with the ball. Macarthur haven't been great in this game. They've gone forward, but you've probably not heard of them, Toilet Smoothie, because they've not actually won before. They've been pretty good in the past, but they've just never been able to get that over the line and get the victory, the Wellington Phoenix. It's usually been... It's usually been the likes of Melbourne Victory or Brisbane Roar or Sydney FC. Melbourne City finally won their first one last year. Wanderers have never won. Mariners haven't been good for about 15 years, or 10 years, sorry. They haven't been good for about 10 years. The Jets... Have the Jets won? Have the Jets won back in like 2008 or something like that, or 2009 or something like that? Has Newcastle Jets won before? I don't think so. For some reason, I can't think of it. League Zone Competition says, I hate those Americans who think New Zealand are a part of Australia. Yeah, but who cares? Who cares what people think? And to be fair, there is a town called Wellington in New South Wales. The funniest thing is, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Jets won 2008. Yeah, I was right. Yeah. Luca Jones says, have the A-League teams pulled out of the Asian Champions League? Why? I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't heard about this. All right, so Wellington here, left-hand side, they might be able to score again here. This is actually a lot more of an attacking game in these wet conditions than you would think. 29 minutes gone. Wellington get this ball back around the keeper. Chitel says Wanderers won in one of their first year. Nope. They won the ACL. I haven't won an A-League yet. Yeah, the Wanderers they've won the Premier's Play. They have not won the A-League yet. Talks to me said I'm sure 90% of all Americans have never heard of New Zealand. We have quite a few Americans on the channel, but then again, I guess I guess that a lot of people to be fair, a lot of the time when you see those random in the street public interviews, they would be interviewing a lot of people who would know what they're talking about, but only selecting for the footage, the ones that didn't. Marcus Numa says yes because of the virus of the A-League teams put out of the Champions League. Well, there you go. Not that we had a chance anyway. We have horrific A-League teams in comparison right now. Oh, Macarthur here, right hand side. It's a chance. Macarthur here with a chance. Blocked away. Blocked away. Yeah, there's some fans of the game still more, but the reason why there's only some fans of the game is because it's a long way away from any of these teams. Ooh, Macarthur had a chance there. Towards me, I'm waiting for that NBA fella who's changing his NBA team every second. Oh, that's Adrian Kumar. Jitel says 90% of Americans think Africa is a country. Mate, it is a country. What are you talking about? You crazy, man? Africa? That's right next to China. Africa and China are like the same country. So 30 minutes gone here, guys. It's 1-0 Wellington. Let's go hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new around here. It's free. You may as well hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to join the Discord. The Discord is the link that Jay Hayes just posted in the chat just before. Cardick says, who won the game before? It was 2-1. Good game, mate. Mariners went up 2-0, and then Jets in the last 15-20 minutes were crazy. Got a goal and then went crazy, but couldn't get the final ball in. All right, Kartik, that's a really difficult one. With they reckon Australia as a continent, like it's a difficult one that you can understand why people believe that, right? That's a tough one to answer. Knowledge Felicia's good to be back, lads. Welcome back, sir. How are you doing, big boy? 31 minutes gone here. 1-0, 14 minutes to go, first half. I am a paid actor, Toilet Smithy. I am a paid actor. Just without the paid part. I am an actor. Australia doesn't exist. For anyone American watching, we don't exist down here. Oh, no, sorry, it's not America. For any flat earther out there, we don't exist. We don't exist. It is a fact, yeah. I am just an actor from Yugoslavia. I was actually imported from Yugoslavia because of my acting skills. So, yeah, Wellington here, left-hand side. Here we go. Chance again. Wellington have been the better team so far, in my opinion. And it's going to be offside. Hamish Spencer says, Australia's an island. End of story. It is an island. Why are you saying end of story? What's the go there? Declan Smith says, hey, BK, how you doing? Tired, mate, tired. But, we're cracking on. We've got the Island Argentina game later on tonight, but then I will get a good sleep after that. Memphis says, Blazy, not. You're commentating on actor. I am whatever I will aim to be. If I believe I'm an actor, I'm an actor. If I believe I'm a prostitute, I'm a prostitute. If I believe I'm a football player, I'm a football player. All comes down to this, mate. All comes down to this. Thomas me said, I guess I was a paid actor during my time in GC. Yeah, absolutely, mate. You didn't realise this. You actually paid to be an actor. That's how good it was. You paid to come and be an actor. New Zealand Sports says, does that mean Aussie rules is a myth? I'm not answering that question. That's a trick question. So that's going to be Wellington Phoenix here with the throw-in. Macarthur really struggling for any kind of momentum in this game. They just can't move. They can't get any free-flowing, anything going here. Marcus Lewis says, even though Mariners won, I still don't think they'll make finals. Oh, no, they're probably going to come around last. Jet Taylor says, so Blaze, if I believe I'm smart, am I? Well, yeah, it's all done in perspective. Island Boy says, BK, I reckon I saw you at King's Cross the other night. Was too drunk to realise. No, mate. No, it wasn't me, mate. It wasn't me. I haven't been anywhere near King's Cross in about 7 months. Declan Smith says, what is Aussie rules? We don't know what that is. It's just us telling us that Australia rules. That's what we're saying. Aussie rules is just us referencing how good this country is. Oh, that's a free kick. Macarthur, absolutely. Yellow card coming up here for Wellington. Yellow card coming up for the Wellington. Jay Hayes identifies as a West Australian. Mate, you wish you were Australian over there in Western Australia. You wish it. You wish it. Rory says, Man United win the Premier League. Okay, well, you're definitely drunk. We've had a couple of drunk people here on this chat, and you are definitely an alcoholic. So I will advise you, on behalf of BKR Sport, to please stop drinking tonight because you are a moron. I was going to say a loser, but I was like, no, that's a bit of an insult. But a moron, that's the United fans for you. Thanks, Rooney. Didn't realise that Aussie sport rules was a sport we play. Jeez, sorry. Wellington not going to hit that ball away there. Thanks for letting me know, though, bro. Thank you. I was worried for a second, man. I was worried. I was worried. I thought Aussie rules just meant Australia rules. Shit, didn't realise it was a sport. League's own commentary says casual right there. I am a casual, mate. I'm a casual sport fan. Cardiff says Liverpool are winning. Chelsea don't count if they do their two boring games. Liverpool have got too many injuries, mate. Man City are going to win the league this year. Medvedev says you can't drink cold ones while watching BK. It's not polite. You can drink whatever you want. Just don't bloody get too crazy. Otherwise, Jay Hayes will go boom right in your face. All right, so they cleared one away. No, Wellington here, still with the ball. Declan Smith says 6:20. We have already got drunk people in the chat. We do. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is, mate. It's always 5 p.m. somewhere. It's always 5 p.m. somewhere. Always remember that one. So 10 minutes ago, first half. It's been okay. It's actually been quite an attacking first half. It's not been too bad. I've actually kind of enjoyed this first half, to be honest with you. But you know what I've enjoyed more? Do you know what I enjoy more? I would enjoy Man City to win the league again. Rooney says Man City's not winning again. Hey, bro, just enjoy that 2-0 loss the other week, eh? Also, enjoy that 4-1 loss to Watford, eh? Oh, wait, enjoy that 10 years since you've won the last Premier League title, right? Eh? Eh? Thank you. Man City have gone on to win, what, 5 since then? Shh. So 35 minutes gone here. Wellington inside. Saved by the keeper. Saved by the keeper. To tell us it's always beer o'clock and sometimes not exactly right. Even if it's not on an actual place, like a place that people live, it's still technically a place. Even in the middle of the ocean. You just have to get a boat there. Island boys, they drank too much in the grand final, broke all the glass at the pub. Well, I remember that was what happened with Man City versus QPR back in 11-12. That was the wildest scene I've ever seen in a pub. I was in a pub in Brisbane with about 100 to 150 City supporters. I've never seen a wilder pub scene in my life. So I say this all the time when anyone asks me. That was crazy. So Wellington here on the left-hand side. I understand you're young, 1123 Rooney, but this is a baptism by fire, these streams, because we banter quite a lot, we talk shit quite a lot. So as long as you can handle it, it doesn't really matter how old you are, but just realize that you'll be seen just like anybody else. If you talk shit, you will get absolutely slaughtered. New Zealand Sports says, if he hasn't, it's been settled that he will soon. Wanted him to stay, but also leave because I wanted us to have more of a challenge. Chelsea fan. More of a challenge. More of a challenge. Excuse me? Excuse me? So, Macarthur here, right-hand side. More of a challenge. When was the last time Chelsea won the Premier League? Genuine question. I think it's was it 2015? Or it was just before Leicester. 2015. Yeah, 2015 was 2014, 2015. And then Leicester won 2015, 2016. Yeah, and then City won 2017, 2018, 2018, 2019. No. I'm all over the shop. Can't remember. 2016, 2017, and then was it 2017? No. When did Leicester win? 2015, 2016 was Leicester. 2016, 2017 was Chelsea. 2017, 2018 was City. 18, 19 City. 19, 20 Liverpool. And then 2021 City. I think that's right. All right, so left-hand side here, Macarthur with the ball. 3 minutes to go here, or 8 minutes to go here of the first half. Macarthur coming again here. It could be a corner. It will be a corner. It will be a corner here. Other boys, what's casual? I don't know what that means. A casual is basically someone who watches sport very occasionally. They think they know everything about sport, but they only really tune in kind of when either their team's doing well or like when a World Cup's on. You know what I'm saying? Like next year, you'll get every Tom, Dick, and Harry tell you about everything about the World Cup as if they know everything. You're just like, please shut up. Please get out of my face. No, Switzerland not winning. No, Belgium, they choke every time. Macarthur! No, save. No, Belgium are not winning. They choke every time. They're like, oh, I guarantee you Belgium win. Please shut up. Please shut up. So, 7 minutes to go here, first half. Apex, a sad day to be an Arsenal fan right now. Didn't see the score. What was the score? Didn't see it, actually. Jay Hayes says, Blaze, you're a fountain of sports knowledge. Honestly, I could have a pretty in-depth conversation about pretty much every main big sport around the world. Then I guarantee you one person in the comments can be like, why don't you talk to me about handball? You know, I get that all the time. It's like, but if anyone asks me a genuine question about like a legitimate sport, I could probably have a pretty in-depth conversation about it, yeah. Marcus says 4-0 Liverpool again. Oh, jeez. 4-0. God, Arsenal. They were trying to tell me they were the best team in the league again. League Zone commentary says exactly right. Apex says, oh, that's right. Sad day. Detel says, no, the Solomon Islands won't win. Oh, Solomon Islands, they have a chance, mate. They have a chance. Pretty good. Fiji. Macarthur here. Fiji are going to win the World Cup in 2026. Oh, no, they can still qualify for 2022. So, Fiji, let's go. Over the top here. Oh, it's a good ball, but unfortunately no one's there. I could still talk about ice hockey, Luke Jones. It's not my main sport, but I could still talk enough about it. I could name you all the teams, obviously, and whatnot, and I could tell you a couple of the big players, but, you know, it's not my main sport. I definitely don't know that as much as I would say baseball, basketball, and hockey. Baseball, basketball, and American football, sorry. The real Gunter says 3-1 Wellington. Well, they're starting off pretty well right now, man, but it might not be that high scoring. It is raining, man. You can't expect goals in a raining game. Sebastian Grammer says that's not bad for Chelsea. Arsenal won their last in 2004. If they win the Premier League again while I'm still alive, I'll be satisfied. Yeah, I feel like, you know, for the big teams, and it's not, by the way, guys, 40 minutes gone, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new into you. But I feel like a thing for the big teams is that if you're a genuine fan, like, yes, obviously you love winning, but sometimes it's very good to actually have those stints where, oh, wow, they're really going in for it. Wow, okay, it's a yellow card here. But, like, that was a push and shove there. Like, he ran in crazy and didn't do shit. That was the most wasted time there for that run in. But overall, like, it kind of is good to have that break. 17 years is a bit long, 18 years is a bit long for Arsenal, but it's pretty solid to have that break where you then start to respect it again. You know, with City, I respect it because I remember the bad times, but it also gets to a point where it's like, you know, I nearly expect to win the Premier League now, and if we don't win, it's a disappointment. I preferred it back when we didn't think we were going to win it, and then win it. You know, it's just that's the thing. So now Arsenal fans don't think they're going to win it. So then when they do win it, it'll be just something special. That's my thought process. That's why I don't believe anyone should support a team just because they're good, because you don't get it. You don't understand. You'll never understand. You'll go from Man City, when they lose a year, they'll go to Liverpool. You know, then they'll go to Chelsea, and then they'll go to... no, that's pretty much it. So... You know, and then back to City. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for anyone. And they think they understand what winning feels like, but realistically, it's such a hollow feeling unless you actually go through the worst times. It's really hollow. Honor Boy says, when does the next round of the Champions League start? Next round of the Champions League start? I think it's very soon, isn't it? There's like one more. Is there one more week to go? One more time to go? Or is it 2 weeks to go? Can't remember. Gee, something smells good right now. It's like garlic bread. Special Government says, to be honest, we just want a season in the Champions League at this point because it's been too long. Do you really, though? Like, you're going to get pumped. You're going to get pumped, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you really? That's why I said to West Ham fans. I was like, West Ham, you don't really want to be in the Premier League, the Champions League. You don't want to make it because you don't have the depth. You'll get slammed and then you will lose in the Premier League because you don't have the depth. Arsenal should have the depth, but they don't. They barely have the depth for the Premier League. I don't think you want to be. I think you should be happy with Europa. And for the time being... Oh, that was nearly a cracker goal there by Wellington. Jay Hayes says garlic bread is not keto. No shit, Sherlock. I'm not eating the garlic bread. I can smell it, though, and it smells incredible. It smells incredible. All right, so it's going to be Macarthur here playing out of the back. At least it's a close game, though. It is a good game. It is a good game. If you guys are new to the channel, we don't usually just talk the whole time about the game. We chat, and then whenever there's something big happens, we'll react to it. So Macarthur here inside the attacking third here. Garlic bread as well. Just eat garlic bread. Coincidence? Not really. It's kind of a normal food that people eat, you know. I tell you what, when I'm not on keto... Oh, Macarthur! Oh! Jeez, I've had a couple of shots here. TSM keto is very high fat, very low carbs. Podcast says, how's the game been? Are you calling me babe? Or are you calling it saying bean? Either way, you know, it is what it is. But it's been pretty good actually. It's 1-0 Wellington penalty. It was a fair penalty. It was VAR for the penalty too. But no, it was the right call. And honestly, the better team is winning right now. But overall, Macarthur still had a few shots. But with keto is just really... Anyway, I'm not going to speak about that. I'm not going to speak about it. I'm jumping off in a couple of days' time too, so I will smack garlic bread. I could honestly eat garlic bread just for dinner. Just literally, if you give me 2 or 3 garlic breads, I could smack it. I could just smack it. Hamish says, no bakery goods, no dairy. Damn sucks. Oh, we can... almond milk's fine. Almond milk you can have. And you just have fatty cream, you know. So when you have a coffee, you just put cream in. Or you put in just almond milk. Abiek says, Sebastian, where do you think we'll finish this season? Arsenal probably finish around 6th. No, 5th. 6th, 5th. At least they're not, relegation zone like they were at the beginning of the year. But alright, so Macarthur here with the ball around the halfway point. 45 minutes gone. You've not been watching this game, Pato? Why not? I noticed you didn't give me my damn well team list in the body Discord. How dare you, Pato Cap? Just disgraceful. Just disgraceful. I'm going to have to talk to HR about you, mate. He forgot to put his team list up in the chat, in the Discord. Alright, so that's going to be a goal kicker. Your league's not going to... It would be funny if they got relegated. Who, Arsenal? Yeah, it would have been, but they're not going to. Good for them that they went on a little bit of a run. A cheeky little bit of a run there. Hoofhunter says, Ole out or Ole safe? Ole at the wheel. As a die-hard United fan here, I hope United see this and please keep Ole. Please. I'm begging. As a real die-hard United fan, go Ole. Go Ole. Ole at the wheel. See? You see my passion? Being a rag. Avex says, yeah, I was predicting 5th as well. It will be a decent season for us if this happens. JS says, hit that like button, subscribe, exactly right. Avex says, sadly for us, Ole's sacked. Oh. New Zealand Sports says, what would you say is a worse feeling? Having your club lose in the Champions League group stage or Champions League final? Final, easy. Not even a question. Group stage, if you're a big team, you're usually going through the Europa League anyway, which is still a shithouse competition, but overall, it's still something. But easy Champions League final. I can tell you from experience. So right-hand side here, inside. Here's the wing. Here for Macarthur. Oh! That could have been a goal there, but it was not. That was not. So we've got about 40 people watching right now, and you see that link that Jay Hayes just commented in the chat. I demand you guys right now to go and click on that and join the Discord. But half time here, guys. It's going to be 1-0 Wellington. Half time here is 1-0 to Wellington. They are the better team in this game so far. Look, both teams have been attacking, but overall, yeah, Wellington have been the better team. So look, it is what it is. And now at half time, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are in regards to the game. Do you think Wellington are going to keep up the win? Do you think it's going to be a draw? Or do you think Macarthur are going to come back and take the W? But Gary Hooper with the penalty, and Gary Hooper, he says, thumbs up and subscribe. But let's get back to the show. Sebastian Grummer says, the shit I had to face in the first 3 rounds and going into the 4th, all my mates were roasting my ass 24/7. Yeah, well, you're lucky you went on these streams. Because I was doing the first 4 weeks of Premier League before I started getting a bit too busy, and I was slapping them up. I had Arsenal relegation party posted behind. Tantalising, I joined the Discord like 20 minutes ago. Good stuff, man. I've seen your comments saying you joined, man. I appreciate that. You don't need to tell me every time I go. Just tell me once. Appreciate you. Thank you. Arnold Boy says, Blaze can definitely tell from experience Chelsea vs City. Bingo, mate. Bingo. Luke Jones says, what would rather, Bulls win the NBA or Wallabies World Cup or Man City win Champions League or Titans win the NRL Granny? Only choose one. I think that's a tough one. It's look, as much as I love City and the Bulls, City I'm pretty content with winning what we're doing in the Premier League. Like, the Champions League is an extra goal, but I would say that wouldn't be my main focus out of all those, because we still win a lot of titles regardless of that. With the Chicago Bulls, that'll be an incredible moment, but also it's America. I'm always going to back in my own home country over my supports from overseas, depending on the sport. But rugby league and union. Now it comes down to Titans and Wallabies. I would probably say Titans, because we've been so shit for so long, and I know that might be crazy, but like the moment the Wallabies do it would be like, I don't even know what would be greater, the Bledisloe Cup or the World Cup. Truly, if you're a true Wallabies fan, it's difficult to decide between the two, because Bledisloe Cup has been a long 20 years, you know what I'm saying? But the World Cup, I've never seen a World Cup before. It's tough. It'd be an emotional experience regardless. I can't answer for it for you. I can't answer it, because that would be one of the greatest moments. You'll see an emotional person on the vlog, because I'll vlog it. I'll obviously vlog, not stream. Leagues and says, for me, out of the teams, I would choose Jazz winning the NBA. Good luck with that one. Apex says, thoughts on not filling the Etihad Stadium. That's such a dead comment. It's like, bro, anyone who thinks that not filling the Etihad Stadium, like, we have the 5th largest attendance in the league. Like, I don't understand this joke from people. Like, we have the 5th largest attendance in the league. Like, it's a dumb joke that people created because it's trying to say that City have no fans. You do realise that we have the highest attended game in the history of the English game, right? Man City have the highest attended game in the history. I think it was against Stoke back in the 80s or 70s or something like that. Man City have the only reason that everyone believes he doesn't have a supporter base is because you look at all the casuals that you see for United, for Chelsea. You see all the Chinese who support United. You see all the Africans who support Chelsea because of Didier Drogba and the likes. You see all these people, Indonesia getting around Arsenal. You see all that, and then you see all their casuals flock to go watch their games. But they're not the legit fans that we're talking about here. When it comes to anyone who knows the Premier League, knows Manchester City have one of the most hardcore supporter bases in the league. Anyone who's watched it for longer than 10 years, right? When we got bought over, bit of a different story. But anyone who actually knows what they're talking about, they're very well aware that Manchester City are a very well-supported club. But the casuals, we don't have the casuals from the likes of China and Africa and the likes. We have quite a lot of Saudi Arabians and a lot of the Middle East because of the purchase. But in the same sense, there's just not much travel, because it just is what it is, man. And I don't want that. We want the legit fans there. Also, another fact of the matter, City is a workers' man club. Manchester City has always been a workers' man club from when they're at Main Road to now. Unfortunately, the club is adjusting itself to outprice those actual fans, right? And Chelsea's actually quite a wealthy club anyway, but they're now outpricing their wealthy fans, right? They're now the most expensive season ticket in the league, Chelsea. But with Man City, they have completely outpriced anyone who has the ability to go to their games, because everyone in Manchester is a working class city. You go to Old Trafford, and I guarantee you, majority of them are nearly Chinese, because they have a huge Chinese supporter base there, right? That's the thing. People don't get that. They look at it for 2 seconds, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, Man City have no fans. Anyone who says Man City have no fans is either a casual or doesn't know what they're talking about. And that's why I'm here, to help you understand what it is. It's not me getting angry. I'm just telling you how it is. Arnold Boy says, I support Liverpool because I'm Egyptian and like Salah. Good on you, man. You're going to like whoever you want. Edward L says, do you think more teams should automatically qualify for the FIFA World Cup? No. Patercat says, Africans have big support of Chelsea because of players like Drogba and Essien. Yeah. Apex says, City still have a smaller fan base than United, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea. Incorrect if you know what you're talking about. APEC, if you're going to talk about internationals, then yes, we don't have as many fans on an international level, because one, we've only been on an international scale for 12. Like, this is really basic shit, bro. Come on, man. Like, you're embarrassing yourself here. I'm trying to help you out to understand here. That's incorrect. Manchester City, in regards to the actual locals, have one of the best, if not the best, probably alongside Liverpool, in regards to the hardcore locals. However, they've been outpriced. They've been outpriced by a multi-billion-dollar industry that is forcing people to only be wealthy to come to games. It's a fact, right? You can't look at Africans and Chinese and Americans and Australians and Indonesians and Middle Easterns as the core fan base there. well, it depends. If they're becoming a fan because of the fact of their financials, then yes. If they're not becoming a fan because of the fact of their financials, then no. But like I'm trying to help you understand this, APEC. But if you refuse to understand this, you can be ignorant all you like. I don't give a shit. You can go on with your life and be ignorant. But I'm helping you for future comments because when you go to England, people will tell you what I'm saying here. Anyone who lives in England and understands the football. Like, I've been watching this game for 17 years, my dude. 18 years. And I've been shit. We were shithouse until arguably 2010, right? People say, oh, you bought over in 2008. We were shithouse until 2010, mind you. We made some dumb signings from 2008 through 2010, but we also made a couple of good ones, which built them and then got to the good stages of winning the FA Cup and then winning the Premier League and then going on for the next 10 years. But anyone who thinks that Manchester City doesn't have as big of a supporter base as Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, the likes, just doesn't understand the game in England. They look at the tourism and they don't look at the actual local factor. Cardi says, I've been supporting Liverpool since they came to play against Melbourne Victory because that's the first ever game I went to. Good stuff, man. But why do you care about fan base worldwide, APEC? Like, that's just a bandwagon kind of response. It's cool to be a bandwagon if you want to be, but like you're making yourself sound like a bandwagon here. Like, Honor Boys, how much is the ticket to watch a City game? I think it's like £50, something like that, man. It's pretty expensive. It's pretty expensive, to be honest with you, man. Which is obviously for a workers' class city and a workers' class. And then, with all this being said, they're the 5th highest attendance in the league. With all of what I've just said, they're the 5th highest attendance in the league. Behind the likes of United, Chelsea, Arsenal, probably Tottenham, maybe. That's just a fact. Apex just like saying facts, bro. Don't get upset. Upset? Oh yeah, bro. I'm upset, bro. I'm trying to help you out. I'm not upset here at all. New Zealand Sports says, why do you start become a Man City fan? My middle name is Kippax. So Kippax is the name of the old stadium. The name of the old active area. So at Main Road, the main area there, it's been torn down now. Obviously, we're at the 88 now. But at Main Road, there was Kippax Stand, which is like the I would say, to compare it to the North Terrace, the Cove, the Den, the RBB and whatnot. That was what it was at Man City at the old stadium. You can Google it. Special Comment says, I have to say that You'll Never Walk Alone Before the Game gives me chills. Yeah, it's the best song when it comes to arguably sport, probably football, but absolutely football, but arguably sport too. I can't really name you a better team song necessarily. But it is still half time here, guys. Still half time. I'm just waiting here for them to come on back out. I'm just waiting for them to come on back out here. Amy says, what's your thoughts on Saudi Arabian takeover? Apparently lots of teams and pundits oppose it. Yeah, it's because we all know what that family is like in regards to human rights. Barrier Buggy Boo says, I live 6 hours away from Wellington, but I still have a season ticket at Wellington. Good stuff. I follow too many sports to have a season ticket for every single game, for every single team that I follow. Because obviously you guys are very well aware how many sports I do follow here. But hopefully the second half is pretty interesting. Hopefully the second half can be just as good as that first half, because the first half was pretty fun to watch. But yeah, AP, that doesn't upset me, man. This is just me just telling you kind of how it is, man. It's not me. If you want to see me upset, go to that Wallabies versus Wales game this morning. If you want to see what I'm like when I'm angry or upset, the Wallabies versus Wales stream from this morning, that will show you the difference between now and then. Cuddy says Newcastle owner probably going to ban women at games. I won't get involved in that kind of issue, but in the same sense, like there's a reason why people aren't a big fan of it, and there's also no guarantee that they're going to be successful. There's no guarantee because you need to do the right thing with it. Newcastle currently last, by the way, but in the same sense, you can't really change it. But Newcastle, they're desperate to stay up because they're not going to sign the players they want if they are going down to the Championship. Fact, right? If Newcastle stay in the Premier League, they can spend as much money as they want. You know what I'm saying? Within regulations. But, they can spend as much money as they want to keep them up because they'll be able to entice big-time players. But they won't entice big-time players if they're going down to the Championship. Other voices, Man City have a large fan base. Their crowd atmosphere is electric. No. This is what we're talking about. Pattycat says Newcastle is still battling relegation. They're last place because Norwich won yesterday, so they're last place. Sebastian Gomez says, be sure to like and subscribe. Second half coming up in the Ireland vs Argentina rugby game later on. Exactly right. That's in about 5 hours' time. What is it? 8:43, 9:43, 10:43, 11:43, 12:43. Oh, about 6 hours' time. Peter says, Newcastle are going to have a big January window. I would assume so. But if they got relegated, I think this whole situation will collapse. Okay, it would really collapse underneath them for Newcastle United. It'd be a really tough situation for them to work their way out of. Leagues and commentary, please keep it football related. As you can see, everyone's you're the only one here talking about American sport. Obviously, this is all at least football. I know it's Europe, but it's still football. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one here's talking about the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for Newcastle. At least they get some backing, but the human rights issue is still outweighing any positive. But what backing? They haven't really had any backing just yet. There's rumors that they're looking at Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard hasn't really been quality for a while, though. Like, Eden Hazard's definitely been on the back foot. You know, he's definitely been on the back foot for a while now. You know, so it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens with Hazard, because he's obviously not the player that he was when he was at Chelsea. Chelsea was his peak. That Eden Hazard at Chelsea was ridiculous. Like, that was filthy. That was filthy. You just couldn't stop him back then. You just couldn't stop him. Wow, 52% of people are still voting for Macarthur, despite the fact that they're down 1-0 Wellington. 169 votes, and Macarthur's still winning the polls. Pretty interesting. Sebastian Gomez says, biggest Real Madrid flop, Hazard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was really good at Chelsea, but at Real Madrid, he's never really worked out. And doesn't he come off the bench too? I don't even think he starts there, doesn't he? He doesn't even. Well, no, sorry. Where's he at now? Is he still at Real? No, I don't even know. He's not even at Real anymore, is he? Hasn't been there. Did he go to? When did he go to the other club? When did he go? I'm all over the shop. Apex says, Hazard still have this creativity and footballing mind, but just slow pace. Pelicans Hazard still good enough to keep them afloat with this season, and then they can change their team. Luke Jones is going on from my question. No, he's still at Real Madrid, thanks. I don't know who I'm thinking about. Oh, am I thinking about Angel Di Maria? I might be thinking about Angel Di Maria. I'm not sure. There's a player that I'm thinking about that left Real Madrid after going there and hasn't really lived up to expectations, and then left. Luke Jones, going on from my question of what team would you rather win? Would you rather Titans win the NRL or be in Fiji when Fiji win the Rugby Union World Cup? Titans win, easy. Easy. Like, I'd love to be in Fiji, but I'm taking Titans win over everything. If I just took Titans over everything else, I'm absolutely taking Titans. But, like, yeah, I'll be in Fiji but Fiji aren't going to win the World Cup. You know, but Fiji winning the World Cup, oh my God. If you're not in Fiji, oh my God. That would be disgusting. That would be, I think that would be the most nuts. No, I know Di Maria's at PSG. I'm trying to think of which player I was thinking about before, who went to Real Madrid and was shit and then left. If Eden Hazard goes to Newcastle, though, that'd be a really big signing that could easily flop, though. This is a very long half time. Is it second half yet? Okay, now it's going to be the second half. The second half's about to get underway here, guys. Second half is about to get underway, so let's hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for new here. New Zealand Sports says, I'm worried about the long-term effects of the Newcastle takeover. If they get big, then it'll make it harder for championship teams to break into the Prem because they won't have financial capacity. Yeah, but that's what's happening in the league anyway, man. You know, that's what's happening in the league anyway. You watch. You know, things are going to adjust like that anyway. Things are going to become like that regardless, man. That's why you're going to see a lot of people, a lot of big time billionaires and whatnot would look towards the championship to build that club up, because they'll get at a cheaper price and they can force their way into the Premier League. Patty says, I can't believe the Socceroos posted 1 year ago to the World Cup on Instagram. I know, I said, did you see my post? You see my comment on that shit? You said, why don't we focus on actually making the World Cup first? Like, before. We're not even looking like we're going to make the World Cup. We're not even going to automatically qualify at this rate. Like, why would you post that? Like, it's just dumb. It's dumb media there from the Socceroos. Like, dude, we haven't even made it yet, and you're telling us to get excited about it when you're not even there yet for the next year? We're seeing all these European teams qualify for Australia. We're seeing everyone qualify. We're seeing all these European teams and African teams and whatnot qualify, South American teams, and yet we're still here waiting because we are losing. We're not winning against China, or Macarthur here. Macarthur here with a chance. McCarthy with a chance. Oh, good block there. And you have the audacity to post a stupid Instagram post? Like, just so dumb from Socceroos, man. Like, of course people are going to have a crack at that. Can't even beat China, and we're getting excited about the World Cup. This week we find out who the European playoffs are for 2022. That'll be so good. Oh, that's going to be a throw-in here. Good area here for Wellington. So Macarthur have the ball in the attacking corner, but it's still a good area here for Wellington. Good that they didn't give up the corner there because that's what he was looking for. So, that's going to be a throw-in. Yeah, that was really good work there for Wellington, man. Really solid there. I tell you what, it would have been tough to sit there throughout that half time waiting for the second half to start because it's cold, it's windy, and it's raining there. Cold, windy, and raining. Potato Cat says, I beg Italy to play Portugal, I want chaos. That's actually funny. That's funny. That's good from you. Italy versus Portugal, that would be nuts. That would be a nuts game. Marcus Thuma says, how does Italy win the Euro and potentially not make the World Cup? Because Italy get karma for 2006. Paticus would love Scotland qualify. You wish Scotland qualify, mate. What's wrong with you? So, I would like it because then hopefully we could play them in the World Cup because we would have a chance against them. Left hand, we'll still probably lose though. Oh, Macarthur, good opportunity there. Unfortunately, they're just not getting numbers in the box here, Macarthur. There's just not enough numbers up front. They're getting the ball in there. The crosses are actually good. They just don't have the players inside the box that are able to get on top of it here. Straight across the open goal there. Yet again, struggling. Yet again, struggling to get anything actually, like anyone actually up front and ready to go here for a goal. It is promising though for Macarthur. At least they are attacking. It's just their attack has been woeful. The midfield has been very good in regards to getting the ball forward. Their defense has been quite solid. Obviously, yeah, they get away the penalty, but besides that, they've been quite solid. It's just their attackers right now. De Vea's not really done anything, and the midfield just really needs to kind of force feed this opportunity here because no one up front is doing anything. Padicat, is Tommy Urich on the bench? Or what's happening with Tommy Urich right now? So Macarthur here, he's going to drive through, gives it off to the right-hand side. Because I think that Tommy Urich is good here, considering they're putting all these crosses in. Over the top! Oh, Wellington clearing it away. They need someone who's big in the middle of the box. That's what they're playing like, so why are they not playing Tommy Urich? So left-hand side here, they've got a cross attempt. That's a good ball again. They need Tommy Urich in there. They do. They need Tommy Urich. It's just a fact at this point. I think Macarthur need a replacement for Rose. Urich has been notably anti-vax. That's all I can say. Okay. You can fill in the rest. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Because they're playing right now like they've been training all preseason for lobs into the box for Tommy Urich, is what I would say. And they've been playing like this since the first half. And obviously, Lachlan Rose is not a big guy that you'd be looking at for that regards. So, yeah, if he's anti-vax, I get it. I understand why. All right, Macarthur here with a cross again. I'm telling you right now, this game style is built for Urich to be starting. New Zealand Sports says, I think Macarthur need a replacement for Rose. Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. Should be Urich, but obviously, apparently, he's anti-vax. So 50 minutes gone here, guys. Go and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new around here. It's free. Oh, Macarthur only had a chance there. Subscribe, you may as well. We're 2 likes away from 40, smug it, and obviously, yeah, we're on our way to. We're close now to 14,000 subscribers, man. We're getting close. I think we're only about 350 subscribers away now. Fortnite Footy fans, where are they playing? They're playing in Newcastle, mate. In Newcastle. Trewisi, same shit as Urich. Luca Jones says, does James Trewisi still play? Okay, well, that's why he just said that. Plus, Trewisi sucks. Trewisi he does kind of suck. He used to be good. He does kind of suck now. 40 minutes left here. There's about 3.5 people in the stadium, and all of them are the mothers of the players. Even some of the mothers obviously didn't turn up. That's how cold, windy, and rainy it is. James Johnson says, do you believe that Zlatan could come to the A-League? It'd cost too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would cost too much, man. We saw what Usain Bolt was asking for. We saw the kind of money he was on at the MLS. I think he would only be a 1-year kind of deal. And I just think he would be asking for too much money, man. Like, it'd be good to see if he wants to go for a last-ditch chance, but I don't see it, mate. I don't see it. All right, so Wellington here are going to be making a substitution. Reno Piscopo will come off for old here. Reno Piscopo will come off for old. Over the top here, and that'll be a goal kick for the Macarthur. Macarthur playing the better second half so far in this opening 7 minutes here. It's all Macarthur. Wellington kind of just sitting back here, not attacking a great deal. They really need to not do that because they've done that a couple of times last year, and when they do that, they usually do concede. Josh Sampson, when I was at the Jets game today, it was so cold, I had to be under my umbrella. Well, what is an umbrella going to do to stop the cold? It'll stop the rain, but it wouldn't stop the cold. Macarthur have some space on the left-hand side here. You know what I haven't seen in a long time? Green Shoot Hooligans. I might watch that in between this and the next stream, between Ireland and Argentina. I haven't seen that movie in so long. Macarthur here, good chance. Good chance in Macarthur. Good chance in Macarthur. Oh, that's going to be a corner. Corner. You like that? Patacat says Carlos Vela has been talking in the Mexican media about how much he wants to play in the A-League. He's off contract from LAFC, and if this season would be a big coup for the league, that'd be awesome. It'd be awesome for Brisbane Roar when Carlos Vela goes there. All right, so Macarthur's going to slap that one. Oh, I thought that was going to be in. If he got his, that's going to be a corner. Brian says, no chance Ibrahimovic comes to A-League, couldn't even afford the lace on his boots. Exactly right. But, you know, if Brisbane Roar do get him, like everyone's saying, that'd be great. James Johnson says Carlos Vela would be like at least 20k a week for the A-League. Oh, it should have been a goal, Macarthur. The thing is, man, if you want to come to the A-League, it's a bit different. Yes, Luca Jones, BKR Travel will be returning when I go to Fiji. Absolutely. I can't wait to start up BKR Travel when I'm in Fiji. Oh, that should have been another goal. Honestly, Macarthur are going so hard right now, but they're not getting the finishing touch. You know why? Because they do not have the man named Urich, who they're actually playing like they want. Oh, that should... Free header again. ASMR corner. It's... Oh! Throw-in. That's going to be a throw-in here for Macarthur. You like that? So Macarthur here down the right-hand side. ASMR Sport. BKRASMR. That would be a crazy little channel name. BKRASMR. Macarthur here, right-hand side. Over the top. A chance. Oh, good save. Good save. Patacat says 24 crosses from Macarthur. Yep, this is military sport. I'm telling you, they're playing legitimately like they need Tommy Urich in the middle. This is how they've trained all pre-season for this. And obviously they're not playing him. 24 crosses to 8 to Wellington. Wellington here, have a crack from outside the box. He's still got a chance. Oh, just missed that. 55 minutes gone, and that was an opportunity there. That was a really good opportunity here. So Soterio will be coming back on here for Wellington. 25 minutes left of the game, or 35 minutes left of the game. This game is going quite slow, to be honest with you. It's not really too long of a game here. Still 35 minutes to go. So Soterio will come on here for Gary Hooper. Obviously, Hooper, the goal scorer, scored the penalty early on. New Zealand Sports, with all these chances, Macarthur are bound to score. It's just a matter of when. Kind of. We saw with Newcastle, they had a lot of opportunities at the end of the game, and they weren't able to actually get the job done in the end. So another substitution will be made here. Macarthur making 3 substitutions here. So Tommy Orr is an interesting substitution for this game. I don't know if he's going to suit this kind of system in this wet kind of play. So Mbombwa will come off here for Tommy Orr. And there will also be another substitution here with Meredith coming out. So they're really trying to force feed an attacking sense here, Macarthur, and just going basically all out attack right now. Taking off Meredith, and they're going to put on Najar. So they're really going up for an all out attack kind of style now, the Macarthur team. So they whack this one down here to around the halfway point, and Wellington will get the ball, to be honest with you. Oh, that's a free kick to somebody down the right-hand side. No, wow, apparently they must have both fouled each other. That we just said no foul. Macarthur here. Here we go. Chance here. He whips on the inside. Oh, that's a corner. Corner. Pedagat says Tommy Orr's goal against Japan in 2013. Only good thing he's done. He used to be okay for Australia, but also still not. He was like the next best thing for the Socceroos at one stage, and it just never became the next best thing. It became the next kind of used to be best thing. He became the used to be next best thing. So 5 corners here to 1 in favour of Macarthur. Macarthur put it up, and he should have got that goal. He climbed over the top of him. Unfortunately, gets underneath it, and he will miss it. Marcus Thuman says, what formation is Macarthur playing? They're too relying on crosses. They originally were starting out pretty much with a 4-3-3, but like honestly, I think they're playing 3 at the back right now. But I'll tell you in a second. I'll have a look. I'll have a look from the big angle. Because at the beginning, yeah, they are relying a lot on crosses. Hold on. I want to see this play open up a little bit, and then I'll be able to tell you what their formation they're currently playing. Because they've made a lot of substitutions that make it a lot more attacking. Oh, there had to be a free kick there, surely. Oh, Macarthur going to counter here. Macarthur can counter. It kind of looks like they're playing a bit of a 4-2-3-1 little area here. It kind of looks like they're playing a bit of a 4-2-3-1 over the top here, and it's going to be, the 2 wingers attacking mid, striker, 2 mid defensive-ish midfielders that translate, and the forward back. All right, Macarthur here into the box. Have a crack, bro. Shoot the ball. What are you doing? Shoot the ball. What are you doing? He's gonna have a shot. Straight at the keeper. Straight at the keeper. Pedagat says Robbie Cruz and Orr were the 2 hyped one. Yeah, Robbie. Oh, don't start me on that Robbie Cruz flop. Don't start me on Robbie Cruz. Don't do it, Pedagat. Don't do it, Pedagat. Don't do it, mate. Don't you start me, mate. Don't you goddamn start me, mate. 58.5 minutes gone here. Macarthur should have taken a shot way earlier there. Took them way too long. I know it was a sea of legs and bodies, but he still should have taken the shot way earlier. Oh, Wellington's still got the ball here. They're in the box right now. Wellington in the box, whips it across. No, Macarthur get that one away. Wellington's really on the back foot right now, but I think it's just because they're just trying to hold out this 1-0 lead. I really don't think this is the right call. I think they still have to be attacking a little bit here. But De Silva here, he gets his ball back on the edge of the box. They could go for a crack. Left-hand side, whips it across. Oh, good defense there from Phoenix to clear that one away. If it doesn't clear that one away, it goes boomski into the back of the net. Mate, can you imagine the scenes if Ibrahimovic was playing in the A-League? My God. Can you imagine the scenes if Sergio Aguero played in the A-League? I know he won't, but I'm just saying. Taylor says, do it, Pato. I need 10 cents. Well, Pato's a mod, so he's not going to get timed out. Over the top here. Here's a chance for Macarthur again at the edge of the box. They're getting so many opportunities right now, but no one's finishing it. You know why? Do you know why, Pato? Because there's no Tommy. There's no big man that they're looking for, but 60 minutes gone here, guys. 30 minutes to go. No, we know Carter. That's why I said he won't do it. That's why I said he wouldn't do it. Oh, it's back on the inside. It should be a goal here. No. Oh, I've blocked away. That's lucky. Another shout here. Oh, it's... Oh. Wow, just missed that. Just missed that. That's going to be a corner here. Corner. It's a corner here for Macarthur again. A lot of corners here in the second half. Really starting to pressure it. Najasin's coming on. It's been pretty high pressure up front. That's a great ball. I get this back, and to be fair, he can't kind of get shouldered off the ball there, but in the same sense, that's his strength. Just a little bit more strength there. Phoenix are working way too defensive. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. They're literally just relying on a 1-0 lead. Oh, it's a goal. Goal. 1-1. That's a goal. Lachlan Rose will hit the goal there. It's 1-1. 30 minutes to go here, and Lachlan Rose will hit the goal from the corner, and it is a tied ball game. 1-1, son. 1-1. It was coming. It took them a while, but they do get it. Sebastian Gomez has Macarthur back in it. Well, absolutely. Well, they weren't really out of it because they were only down by 1. But yeah, now they're getting the draw here. And I feel like it's going to be a 2-1. This is what happens, Wellington, when you go back. Got off to corner 2. That's a nice goal. Their crosses have been great. And that's a really nice first touch. Just slapped there from Lachlan Rose. Really nice first touch slap there by Lachlan Rose to make it a 1-1 ball game here. And into the back of the net, it does Slap-a-runo. So tie game. And this is, like I said, this is what you get, Wellington. This is what you get for sitting back. This is what you get. Corner ASMR makes my head hurt. Kids don't ever be hungover. Well, you better hope there's not another corner. Otherwise, it's coming again, son. Oh, there's a chance here for a corner too. Macarthur here. They're going to be into the box here. And, unlucky. I did say to you guys, Wellington always can see when they're relying on a goal. Like, it doesn't make sense why they always rely on a goal. Declan Smith says, great strike. Yeah, it was great strike. Wellington never can hold out a 1-0 lead because they just go so defensive and then they're just not that great defensively. So they do give it up eventually, and that's exactly what happened. Whips it across here, headed away outside the box. This second half is literally all Macarthur. Like, literally nothing to do with Wellington here. Coast, can Macarthur take the win from here? I think so, yeah. I think they've been the better team, especially in the second half, and I think they're the only one attacking. Wellington aren't attacking right now. Wellington aren't attacking. They're just allowing Macarthur to have all of the ball. All of the ball. Oh, right inside of Macarthur. Right inside of Macarthur. Good defense. Really strong defense there. New Zealand Sports says Phoenix have no seem to bottle their wins in the second half. Yeah, it happened a lot last year. Oh, Wellington here. They're away. I think he's onside. here. Get that ball across. Oh, jeez. It was a pretty poor pass, to be honest with you. That should have been a goal. That was a pretty poor pass, to be honest with you. 27 minutes to go here, but that was a pretty poor pass. That should have been a goal. He had a 2-on-1 situation and instead was just too slow on the pass, which allowed the keeper to come out and also allowed the defender to get back. Terrible, terrible pass there from the left-hand side. Terrible pass. Look at that. He's onside by a mile. He's actually in his own half. That was a brilliantly timed run there. Look at that. Oh, it's just way too soft. Honestly, he could have gone inside there too. He had plenty of time there. He could have gone inside very easily. Josh Sam says, if the A-League added a 13 team, well, it'll be Canberra. Canberra and Gold Coast is what I would be advising for 13 and 14. Yes, Gold Coast used to have a team. But Philippe Curto is down right now for Macarthur. That should have been 2-1. Wellington should be leading 2-1 here. But it will not be. It will not be. No. No. Oh, big cut on his eye there. Big cut on his eye. Jeez. Yeah, it was too slow to pass. Marcus Lemon says the A-League. I already read that comment. Wollongong and Canberra. Yeah, it'll probably be Wollongong and Canberra. But Gold Coast is their team again. New Zealand Sports says Foster, but not at Seabus. Not at Seabus. Somewhere else. But again, that's the only real stadium there. I don't know. New Zealand Sports says Foster said he wants to go to the MLS. Foster said he wants to go to the MLS. Oh, Ben Foster to the A-League. It'd be awesome, but I think, yeah, Ben Foster probably suits the A-League a lot more. Sorry, the MLS a lot more than the A-League. Jay says Tasmania because we have two heads. The two-head Tasmanians coming into the A-League. Be interesting. I think Tasmania have a team ready, or am I mistaking it? I think I might be thinking about the NBL. Because Tasmania Jack Jumpers just got added into the NBL with the basketball. But yeah, Canberra and Wollongong. I don't think Wollongong get added in next because they've already got the 3 Sydney teams and people complain already. They complain already. So 65.5 minutes gone here. Lachlan Rose comes on here for much. I know that's not the actual Kiwi lads because I know he wouldn't come on like that. So 1-1 here. 1-1. That was the most obvious. Like, as if I believed that at any stage. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, truly, that actually gives me. That was really dumb, troll. Like, I think he thought there was like, you know what, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna go into a different Kiwi Lads account. Like, as if I believe that Hamish is gonna go onto that account and message. Like, my God, some people have the IQ of like 10. Marcus says they're considering a Tasmania team. I think, yeah, they would be. They would be, but they're also considering an AFL team in Tasmania, so I think they'll be focusing on that first too, because that's a bigger sport in Tasmania. The old AFL, I don't know. I think Kiwi Lads will be mod. Yeah, Kiwi Lads is mod. Kiwi Lads is mod. The actual account. But it's so funny because it's like, as if I'm going to believe that. So 23 minutes to go here. That's the best thing with streams and whatnot. Like when Cardman comes on, like whether there's a fake Cardman or fake Kiwi Lads or fake anybody, it's like you do realize I'm friends with all the guys, right? So I can message them. I message them and say, that wasn't you, right? And they'll be like, nah. And they do the same thing with me. So it's like, it doesn't ever get us beyond like maybe 2 seconds. So yellow card here for Macarthur. It just really is a waste of their own time. Unless they're getting off on me talking about it now, then, if this is what makes you happy in life, my guy, then so be it, dude. But gee whiz, 8:09 p.m. on a Sunday, and you get your enjoyment from making fake accounts that get hidden within 2 seconds. Like, good that you're enjoying it, mate. Attica Chance has missed those days when Roy Krishna was playing for the Wellington Phoenix. Yeah, Roy Krishna, very good player back in the day. We spoke about him before, actually. Pattercat says the fake Big Ass Sport counts on Jar's channel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was back in... When was that last? That was like a year ago, wasn't it? What was that? 2 years ago? No, not 2 years. Maybe a year ago? He's got school tomorrow too. I don't think so. I just think it's somebody who, unfortunately, I've annoyed at one stage, and they're like, I'm going to get him here. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm going to create fake accounts and spam. It's like, can I get a woof? Like, really, bro? Give me something good. Like, tell me something bad about me. Like, give me something that's actually going to insult me. Only a month ago it was back. Jeez. Only a month ago. Gee whiz. Did I know about this? I don't even know. Oh, when he made you mod. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Does he get many like fake accounts now? He'd be streaming now, wouldn't he be? I think he'd be streaming right in a second, wouldn't he? Expression says Liam Rose only took a minute to get booked. Yeah. Really quickly. The Wolf thing is on Hamish's channel quite a bit, Jay Hayes. He doesn't understand it, and I don't understand it. And it's really odd. Alright, so Wellington Phoenix here with 21 minutes to go here in this game. They whip it across, and good save. Good save. Jars isn't streaming, though. He's just streaming the one game. Interesting. This game has really slowed down quite a lot, to be honest with you. It's not as good as it was. Jay says, I was wondering where the wolf thing come from. I asked Hamish, because he had on his stream. I'm only getting this recently. Maybe because I'm, like, talking to it, but it's like, I don't really care about talking to it. Like, it's not like it's annoying me. It's actually quite funny, because it's just like, I'm looking and I'm thinking, like, it actually does take a special person to take so much effort to waste so much of their own time and get hidden so quickly that it doesn't actually impact the channel whatsoever. Like, not only does it help the channel with views, it's also like you're subscribing to the channel, like, to comment. Pedigo says that person who was making the accounts on F3 Derby stream was also doing on his F3 stream. Oh, true. What were they saying on his stream? So 20 minutes to go here, guys. Go to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. It's the same person, by the way, doing on Jars. So it's probably the same person who did the BK Sports fake ones before. We haven't had a Jars fake account before. But it's going to be cleared away there by Wellington. I think this game's going to end in a 1-1 draw. I think it will. Karthik says he's probably laughing so hard right now. Okay. Like I said, if that's what makes him happy, then good on the bloke. It's incredibly sad, but good on the bloke. At least he's got something that gives him a smile. Christian says, man, I need a Macarthur win for my multi. I think it's going to be a draw 1-1, man. Jay Hayes says he rides the special bus of school, helmets and crayons not supplied. Podercat says because Jas doesn't comment on streams. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Does Jackson even watch streams? I don't know if Jackson's ever watched one of my streams. Probably because he's streaming or he's playing football or whatnot or working. 19 minutes left here, Macarthur right-hand side. Actually, that reminds me, I've got to fix my fantasy team ahead of tomorrow. I don't know if I've ever seen Jarvis on one of my streams at any stage. Come on, let's see one more goal. Let's see a winner here. Let's see a late winner. Let's see a late winner here. Bit of a dead finale here. Like the first half was good, the second half, yeah, barely watched YouTube. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me, man. Oh, this is such a dead second half. Come on, dude. Someone, can I get a stick and just poke them and say, do something? Macarthur were looking good for a bit, but it very much slowed down. It could also be that I'm exhausted, though, from last night's streams, and the fact that I've got a stream in about 4 hours' time. But 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, off 5 hours' time. New Zealand Sports is a bit off topic to the chat going on now, but do you think players who got their start in the A-League like Sapi, Singe and Katkachi would return to the A-League at the end of their careers? Probably not, mate. I think Singe is... Where's Singe? Where's Singe now? He's in the Bundesliga, right? And Kakachi, where'd Kakachi go? I would say probably no. I reckon that it was a good platform, but now they've utilised the platform. There would be no need unless they got a big offer by a club late in their career to have a little bit of a heyday. Yeah, Bundesliga 2, yeah. Yeah, Bayern Munich second team, yeah. Didn't he play for Bayern Munich first team once and score a goal? But that was like the highlight of what he's done so far. I swear he scored a goal for Bayern Munich. Alright, so Macarthur here, attacking now, right-hand side. No, he's not the actual Bayern Munich anymore, Marcus Thuma. No, he left Bayern Munich second team. Oh, true. Oh, there you go. Oh, up it goes here. Macarthur with a chance. No, Wellington cleared that one away. Oh, could have a crack here. Steps on the inside. No, good defense for Wellington. Good defense, man. Good defense from Wellington. Oh, and that's not... Oh, he's lucky. He's lucky he slipped over there. Jovanovic, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, we'll stop him there. Jeez, my eyes are exhausted. How am I going to stay awake for Island 19? Because if I fall asleep, I dead set don't know if I'll wake up in 4 hours' time. It's starting to pour down rain again here. He's on loan in Bundesliga 2, some random team, and has been doing pretty well. Good stuff. So 16 minutes left here. That's going to be a throw-in here for Wellington. I really can't see a winner here. Both these teams look so dead right now. And that's what's going to happen when you have that real soaked up pitch that's just really going to drain your energy. Luca Jones, who's the most known Australian sports player of all time and right now? Of all time? Oh, geez. Of all time. Who's that golfer? He would be one of them. There's also... That's tough. I'm trying to think of a sport. I'm trying to think of a specific sport. Like, it depends, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, if you think about America, America won't care. You know, England will think about, like, Andrew Simons and whatnot. Donald Bradman may, yeah, Donald Bradman probably, but then it comes down to only Australia, England kind of area. Andrew Bogut. Andrew Bogut's big in regards to America, but no one in England or whatnot. Like, no, like Andrew Bogut is, yeah, he's massive. I would say right now, and it's very unfortunate. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to say it's very unfortunate, and I'm going to let you guys guess who the most renowned Australian is right now, which is very unfortunate. Jonathan Firaki says, are you streaming the Island game? I will be streaming the Island game, yeah, absolutely. So Wellington here. I know it does hurt your brain a little bit there, Jay Hayes. I'm trying to figure it out. There's a lot to go through. Oh, is it a goal? Oh, no, it was over. Sorry. I thought they were celebrating there for a second. Andrew Bogut's definitely up there. Andrew Bogut's definitely up there. Donald Bradman. I think Donald Bradman is more recognised in Australia. That's a corner. Oh, that's a goalkeeper. That should be a corner. Josh, the Adelaide left back. What? Who on earth is Josh, the Adelaide left back? Yeah, like I said, I think Donald Bradman is more well recognised within Australia as our potential possible best ever sports athlete. But I don't think worldwide many people would say it. Chris Hemsworth is not a sport athlete, Kartik. Just because he's a Western Bulldogs fan doesn't mean Josh Cavallo. No way. What are you talking about? They left Josh back in Adelaide. Christian says Kyrgios just for beyond as a flog. Kyrgios is a good shout. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Leighton Hewitt could be up there. Leighton Hewitt could actually be up there. I think Leighton Hewitt might actually be the guy because tennis is actually a pretty renowned sport worldwide. I would nearly say Leighton Hewitt because everyone remembers the come on. 14 minutes to go here, guys. If you're wondering why we're talking about anything right now, because this game is dead set, not great in the second half. But do hit that subscribe button. I think it's Leighton Hewitt, lads. I think it's Leighton Hewitt. I think we got there. And that came from someone saying Nick Kyrgios. That came from Christian saying Nick Kyrgios. I reckon we've gotten to Leighton Hewitt from Nick Kyrgios. Paddycat, the answer for right now, because unfortunately, is Ben Simmons. It's very unfortunate, but it's Ben Simmons. There's no one bigger than him right this second. I'm sorry. And it's very unfortunate. No, Rod Laver, I'm sorry, no. It's going to be Leighton Hewitt. Not even a lot of Australians would remember Rod Laver, mate, to be honest with you. Stevie Schmidt, yeah, Stevie Schmidt would be known by most Indians, but like no one on that side of the world. You think tennis, and I'm telling you, Asia knows tennis, not so much, but still knows tennis. Europe definitely knows tennis. They love tennis. America love tennis. South America, they still watch tennis. Australasia, we all watch tennis. So the point of the matter is that tennis is probably the most global sport in regards to the big name kind of things. And that's going to be taken back here. Macarthur pushing forward though. But yeah, let's see if we can get to, you know what, let's see if we can, what date is it? By the end of the month, let's see if we can try and get to 14,000 by the end of the month. I think we're only 330 subscribers away. I'm going to see if we can get to 14,000 by the end of the month. And then I reckon in December we can get to 15,000. I reckon we can get 15,000 by the end of the year. New Zealand Sports, Tim Cahill. Maybe the best Aussie football, probably an unpopular opinion. It's tough to say best Aussie footballer in general because there is a lot of Aussie footballers, but definitely one of the biggest. But Tim Cahill's a good shout, but I'd still say Leighton Hewitt. No to Tim Payne. No, it wouldn't be Tim Payne. Nikki Terrell says, what about that? Greg Norman was the one I was thinking about, Nikki. Greg Norman was the one I was thinking about. I was saying the golfer. I couldn't think of his name. Greg Norman's a big shout. I think it'd be between Greg Norman and Leighton Hewitt, and I'd say it's Leighton still, but I think Greg Norman's a close second. Sophie Monk. Jay Hayes, you've been watching too much Love Island, mate. You've been watching too much Love Island Australia, mate. What are you doing watching Love Island Australia as an 80-year-old? What are you doing, mate? You're still looking for your long-lost love in on the island? So, 11 minutes to go here. Yeah, that was the name I was thinking about, Greg Norman. Ricardo is too new, in my opinion. When you think about these kind of guys, like you have to. That's why Michael Jordan always gets precedence over LeBron James, right? Because LeBron is still in his career, and Michael Jordan is out of his career. So you're always going to remember him for his full career. LeBron still has time to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you just don't buy into the discussion right now, and that's why the Messi Ronaldo thing. You still have to kind of wait to see kind of what happens at the end, even though they're kind of at the end anyway. The Bob says, "Who's Leighton Hewitt?" Leighton Hewitt's a dolphin trainer, mate. Sophie's on the Lego show right now. But Ricciardo is fantastic. He's big. All right, so chance here for Wellington outside the box. There's a big chance here. Big chance here. Oh, that's going to be a goal. It's going to be a goal. It's going to be... Oh, wow. That's off the line. That's off the line. That's off the line. That's off the line. That's off the line there from Macarthur. That's incredible defending there from Macarthur to stop that one. No, I still think it's Ben Simmons, Paddock. I do. I know it's bad, but Macarthur can counter here. Macarthur got a counter here. They can counter themselves. Oh, good defense, Wellington. Good defense. Peter Brock is up there, not wide. So this is the thing. In Australia, I would say easily our most renowned sportsman would be Don Bradman, right? But outside of Australia, I would say it's probably Leighton Hewitt or Leighton Hewitt or Greg Norman. Leighton Hewitt's I don't know if you're joking or not, but I'll still say it anyway. Leighton Hewitt's an ex-tennis player, one of the best tennis players, probably our best ever Australian tennis player. Kathy Freeman too, Regan. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Well, Kathy Freeman's a good shout actually because of that one moment, but it's still. I think that's still an Australian thing though, mate. I think it's like most Australians think of that as like a big thing, and obviously a lot of people do recognise her, but I don't think she'd be as recognised worldwide as we truly believe inside our country. This is a good question though. This is actually an interesting question. it all comes down to, it all comes down to what's it called? Your own personal opinion, though, and your own personal bias, I guess. Yeah, that was an easy try to pick up on. So easy. So easy. Christian says Ash Barty will be up there, had 1 Grand Slams and been number 1 in the world for a while now. Yeah, but I'm not too sure. Ash Barty is very well known, but I don't think when you're talking about the echelon of what we're talking about here. Ryan Zuckles says, I reckon Cahill. I think that's very Australian. I think people recognise him for the goal, but I don't think he's anywhere near close to Greg Norman or Leighton Hewitt. So 8 minutes to go here. Peter Cat says Freeman, for most people worldwide, is another gold medalist. Yeah, I just think that was a big moment for us. Russell Crowe, yet again, not a sports star. I know that he performed in Gladiator as a gladiator, which is technically a sport of the Roman days, but unfortunately, that is not a sport. Comprende? C'est español? You the bloody bastard. Gee whiz, man, trying to buddy. No actors. And if we're going to talk actors, we're going to have to bring some dude who played, I don't know, shit. I don't even know what to say right now. Yvonne Goolagong is another Australian that Australians would recognise. I'm telling you right now. Wellington. Blocked away by Macarthur. Nicky says Mark Viduka over Cahill, possibly. I think most people would recognise Cahill over Viduka. Just like I think that most people would recognise worldwide Cahill over Kuehl too. But that's oh my god, that was nearly an incredible goal. That was nearly an incredible goal. Because Cahill's very well known in England and football for what he did for the Socceroos and also what he did for Everton and Millwall. Also known in MLS, in the American, for New York City, I guess, but still not that much. New Zealand Sports says, do you think there's a last-minute screamer on the line in this game? Well, we nearly just saw it, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, man. It didn't happen. But I'll check out what if there's an injury or a stoppage in this game. I'll check out what games we're going to be streaming next week because we do stream pretty much every game. You go, Macarthur here, Macarthur, no, take it down. Don't forget, guys, hit that big red subscribe button. It's free. You may as well, mate. You may as well. If you don't subscribe, your team will lose every single game for the rest of this season. Fact. Putting the mocker on you. Boom. So you don't even know if I'm a witch doctor or not. How about that? You don't know. You'll never know. I could have just put the mocker on your team. You have to subscribe, otherwise you're done for. Pattycat says play. Gary is still in ground. Mohammed. No. Gary Hooper came off. He scored a goal. He scored the penalty, but he's come off. Pattycat has played the Premier League for 8 years at Everton and his World Cup goals, and of course his celebration is known worldwide. Yeah, the celebration is known worldwide. I think they have it in FIFA, don't they? I think they have it in FIFA because of him. All right, so from the left-hand side here for Macarthur, chance of the top. Oh, that was actually not too bad of a shout. Nicky says, going to get to any big games, pick out. I'll try. I'm going to Fiji for a couple of months to see my family, but I'll be back in February, and then obviously I'll get Rugby League games and potentially A-League games and Super Rugby games alongside the streams. But yeah, in 2 weeks' time, I'll be going to see my family for a little bit. I'll be still streaming every single day, as per usual. It's just obviously vlogs. I can't do those, really, while I'm over there. Viduka was a great footballer, absolutely. I think he's relatively underrated in regards to what people think, because they do immediately go to Kuehl, and they also do immediately go to Cahill. A lot of people also forget about the likes of Bresciano, Marky Schwarzer. I think Marky Schwarzer everyone remembers, really. Bresciano was a good player. Panacat says he played great for Leeds, obviously, but never did anywhere near his quality for the Socceroos. So Macarthur here, playing the ball around the midfield 5 minutes ago right now. Nicky says Viduka was good for the Socceroos, yeah. Who did Viduka play for? Bosnich, absolutely. Bosnich was a little bit before my time, though. Hey, Spence says, decent game to be fair. It's not been too bad. It's been slow in parts. The second half has been quite slow in major parts. But outside of that, there's still been some quite good shots from both teams. We've already mentioned Kuehl, Ryan. There's no way we'd ever forget Kuehl. Agree says, come on, Macarthur, get a goal. No goal. But they are pushing right now. Lucas Neal. Don't start me on Lucas Neal, mate. Don't start me on Lucas Neal, buddy. 2006. Luke Jones is more well known. He's a very controversial well known. Very controversial. So 4 minutes left here, guys. Still 1-1. It is raining right now. The players just want to go home. I'm not going to lie. The players guarantee you just want to go home at this point. It's like, this shit's cold. This shit's wet. I want to go home and play some FIFA so that I can go and score the winning goal in that game, because I'm not going to be scoring a winning goal in this game. But no, it's been a pretty decent game. This weekend's been good, man. I think the Melbourne City vs Brisbane Roar game was good. I think the Perth Glory vs Adelaide game was good. I think the last game between Mariners and Jets was good. And I think this game was good. The only two games that were shithouse was Victory versus Western United and Sydney FC versus the Wanderers. Margaret Court, I think that's yeah, she's pretty well known around the world, but I still think she's mainly it's another one of those ones where Australians think she's more well known than, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because, like I said, it all comes down to personal opinion. If you've watched them, if you're there, kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? I just remember all the time back in the early 2000s, like, Viduka was just not Viduka, sorry. Leighton Hewitt was one of the biggest things I've ever seen in Australia. Macarthur had a chance there. Will be saved. Ryan Zargle says, Viduka played for Leeds and Middlesbrough. That's right, Middlesbrough. I hate Middlesbrough. I reckon Steve Schmidt is a chance. Best cricketer on earth and is known by millions of cricket supporters. Yeah, but it's so geo-locked. The thing with tennis is it's not geo-locked. Cricket is geo-locked to the Asian region, kind of the western areas of Europe, and then, this area too, Australia, New Zealand. All right, so there is 2 minutes left here, guys. 88 minutes gone here, 2 minutes left. Macarthur with the ball, trying to push forward. We're 3 likes away from 50, by the way, guys. 3 likes away from 50. Smack that thumbs up button right now. Boom. Streets will never forget Moy Masterclass against Man United for Huddersfield in 17-18 in a 2-1 win, absolutely. Any day Man United loses is a good day for society, mate. Johnny Eels. Oh, no, we all know Johnny Eels, but no, that wouldn't be worldwide. Hamish says, Leighton Hewitt sucked. Nadal would destroy that clown. That's a troll. Just hide that channel. So over the top there, and left-hand side, clears it in. Ooh, that's going to be a goal. Corner, apparently. Corner. That's going to be a corner, apparently. Told you. That was such a blatant troll, my guy. Like, of course I know you're the exact same person. Like, what do you think? You think I'm dumb? You think I'm born yesterday? Like, Patty Cat says, football and tennis, you could argue, with the only two global sports. Absolutely. And then, because we're not a big footballing nation, we're a big tennis nation. We're not a big footballing nation. So people are always going to recognise us for what we're big at. We've always had good quality players there. Over the top. Maybe not so much anymore. Macarthur! Oh, Wellington clear the way. Corner. Corner. If you didn't realise, it is a corner. Macarthur left-hand side, whips this one across in the box, and that's going to be cleared away. Charles Bankton says, remember Reece Carter from last night? No. Jay Hayes says, the same bloke. Nicky Terrell says, yes, Celtics before his Prem career. All right, here we go. They're going to cut this one back out to the left-hand side. Wellington, good defense. It's going to be a free kick here. No, they're going to play the advantage. It was a corner. It was. I'm not lying, J.S. I'm not a liar. You think I'm a liar, mate? Are you a liar? I'm not a liar, mate. So Wellington here, going to get this ball away. Maybe they're going to have a last-minute opportunity here. There's 20 seconds left here of this game, guys. 20 seconds left here of this game. And Roofer gets this one away. 4 minutes at a time here, guys. 4 minutes at a time. Oh, cleared away there by Wellington. Back to the halfway point. I tell you what, if you're not subscribed, I tell you, it's going to be disappointing for you. You're going to lose every single game. Hamish says, see at 1 a.m. if I wake up. Yeah, see at 1 a.m. if I wake up. Yankees. Wellington with the throw-in. You're not going to watch the last 4 minutes here. You're crazy, mate. You're crazy. 226 votes, and Macarthur with 54%. It's pretty interesting considering that Wellington were up 1-0. Usually we find that when a team's up, those votes will go crazy, and then it will change depending on the game, like depending on how the game goes. But like, it's interesting that Macarthur have been leading the entire time, even when they were down 1-0. Nicky Tyrell says, how many draws have there been this week in the A-League? It's annoying. Only 3? Only 3. Oh, no, there's been 4. Yeah, okay. Sydney FC Wanderers. Perth, Adelaide. I think they've been good games, though. It's not, Sydney FC Wanderers wasn't, but I think they've been good. There's only been 3. No, this game. Oh, Wellington Wellington. Oh, save. That's an incredible save. Wellington, Macarthur, Perth versus Adelaide, and Sydney FC versus Wanderers. That's only 3 games. It's not that much. And both those games, or 2 of those games, were great. Sebastian Graham says Mariners sitting in first after the opening round unless Wellington do something here. No, it will. It'll be. I thought, wouldn't it? Are you sure? Was Mariners away? Oh, Mariners were away. That's why. So there's 2 minutes left here, though. 2 minutes left here, guys. I would assume a victory second and City third. Victory second, City third, because I think it will come down to the fact that Victory played away. No, but Victory played away and they scored. They didn't score as many goals. Ryan Zarkles, if you don't win that goddamn tournament, mate, you're going to disappoint the whole BKRmy. You better win that FIFA tournament. You better win it, mate. No excuses, mate. You better win it. Not a single excuse on the planet. If you have an excuse, throw it out, mate. It's not going to be an excuse. So, Macarthur here. Luke Jones says, who's better, the North Terrace, Victory, or Cove Sydney? Well, considering the North Terrace isn't a thing, welcome, Barbecue Sport, Mr. Trollman. You think I'm born yesterday, Barbecue Sport? You think I'm born yesterday, man? You think I don't know that you're about to troll, or you're about to spam asking to be a moderator? Bingo! I'm not born yesterday, big boy. I'm not born yesterday. It's so obvious. Like, it's just so obvious. That's incredible. Like, I literally called it off just a random comment saying, can I be moderator? Like, are you really? Like, that is so obvious. Like, I've done streams for quite some time. I'm very well aware. Oh, free kick Wellington here. This will be a good shout. That's funny. I love calling that shit that happens. No, Hamish. It's a little lonely virgin. It's a little lonely virgin who is helping my stream. Thank you very much, big boy. Here we go. It's going to be Wellington here with the with the free kick from just outside the box, right hand side. Wellington over the top. Oh my god, that was actually a good shout. It's going to be a corner, I think. No, it's a okay. It's a corner. It is a corner here. Corner. It's a corner here, guys. Corner. Cool. So this 94 minutes have gone past here, guys, and the 4 minutes have elapsed. Can Wellington steal the lead here? Steal the win with the last kicks of the game over the top. Gets it out. Oh, that's actually another corner. That's another corner, I think. It is another corner. It's another corner. Corner here for Wellington from the right-hand side. Jesus, pouring down rain right now. Pouring down rain. He's got no obligation to keep this going right now. We haven't had any stoppages, so it's surprising that he's still allowing these corners. All right, from the right-hand side, can we see Wellington steal the game? He whips it up here. It's a good crew. Oh, it's going to go over the top, and that is game over, lads. That will be the game over here. 1-1. We're going to wait here for the full-time whistle, though. We shall wait here for the full-time whistle. New Zealand Sports has ended in a draw tonight. It did. There we go, guys. The final score will be 1-1. Look, I thought it was a pretty good game. Yeah, look, it got pretty boring at parts, but also was pretty good for the most part. That's going to finish us up here for the weekend of football in the A-League. We will be back in a couple hours' time, at 5 hours' time, for the Ireland versus Argentina game in the International Rugby. So stick around for that. Hit that subscribe button, thumbs up. Next week, guys, let's go through the quick A-League games for next week. Let's go quickly through the A-League games for the next week, mate. Hey, by the way, the stream didn't cut out this stream. Nice work. Western United Perth. Ooh, it's a 7:45 p.m. Friday. Phoenix versus Mariners on the same time as... Oh, there's 3 games on Saturday next week. Oh no, 5:05 p.m. No, sorry. So Wellington Phoenix Mariners on Saturday 5:05. Adelaide United versus Melbourne City at 7:45, alongside Sydney FC versus Macarthur at 7:45 on Saturday, and then on Sunday, Victory versus My Brisbane Roar at 4:05 p.m. and then 6:15 p.m. game is the Wanderers versus the Jets. But alright, guys, I'm going to jump off for now. I appreciate you as usual. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you guys very soon for the next stream. Also, Bulls game tomorrow against the Knicks. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.